Okay.
We're live. And
Hold on.
We're jaundiced.
No.
No. Why are we yellow?
That's fun. We're not
We
this
look
yellow.
very sick.
We're not the Simpsons. I swear.
Oh,
is it all the blue?
I don't think. No, I left and I came in.
Oh, but if we get towards the center, this is fun. See, like a year and a quarter in, we're still figuring things out.
These things. Oh yeah, we're pink if we go backwards, but if we get close, we get yellow. Wait, nope, we're okay.
No, we just finally turned on that thing that makes you look better on Zoom. So if you notice, my beard looks a little younger and sexier. That's why.
That's right. Oh yeah, look, I don't need my glasses now. Perfect. Look how beautiful. Sorry, microphone. I realized I clanked next to it. My bad. Haven't learned that yet.
So
Hi.
Were we doing a show?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we could do that.
Welcome to Quarantinapalooza.
Hello,
58.
Is that
58.
It?
I told somebody 68 today because
yeah,
I don't know how numbers work. You all know that. That's not a surprise.
Yeah.
But yeah, hello, I'm Sarah Donner.
I'm Michael McLean.
And this is our show that we have been doing since forever time ago.
Who even knows?
But we are super jazzed to have Dr. Natalie Lemanski coming on in a little bit.
And she was, I think...
She was one of our first guests.
I think she was our second guest who didn't actually live in the house.
Yes, I think we interviewed like my sister and then, I don't know.
And then Kim.
Yeah.
And then Amanda Bonner, Dr. Amanda Bonner,
yes.
who now, incidentally, is currently living in the house.
Yes.
And then, so Dr. Lemanski.
Yes.
So
that's a good way to get on the show, actually. If you just come live in our house, we might have you on the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are kind of, thinking about the future and when this show we're not going to stop, but we are obviously not going to be able to do this weekly. But we are having some guests on coming up that we have had earlier in the show, and just to touch base and say hi.
Closing the loop, like going back to people that we talked to a year ago, check back in, stuff like that.
So, also, we really don't know anybody else.
Yeah, we are out of friends.
We're
just out.
So
just.
So let's talk a little bit about this week.
Great. What
let's
happened?
Talk about
week?
balls.
Okay.
First of all, all the the boys got neutered and spayed this week.
It's been a big week.
It's been a big ball week. Yeah, and they're fine. They're tearing it up somewhere around here. But also, let's talk about your balls.
Oh yeah, our little buddy here. I'm officially sperm free, no babies. So this guy, this guy can suck it.
Yeah. Or not actually, because so now we're jaundiced again.
Oh yeah, I don't know what's going on. Okay. I think if we move towards the middle.
There we go.
But yeah, but I got my test back, officially sperm free, so no babies.
Right.
This will not go on to future generations. What a shame.
Yeah, so that happened this week. Oh, I got a new tattoo.
Oh yeah.
Wait, there it is.
There it is.
I can see it very easily. Oh yeah. Well, it's hard to.
What does it mean? Get
okay.
up close and tell them.
So it is.
Hold on, I'm going to do this so it
maritime.
goes back to. There we go.
The easiest way to do it is to stand up and show people this way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this says PANTS.
Pants.
Pants. So I will forever have my pants on. But yeah, I was pretty rad. I was pretty rad. I was pretty excited about having that done. I've got some other ideas. I've got some like dreams for like 24601 on my arm at some point. I don't know. Maybe if I get real ballsy, sorry. I'll get a squirrel tattooed on me or something. Or just get a squirrel tattooed. I'll just grab a squirrel and tattoo it.
But after Dr. Natalie Lemanski, we have Sunday Comes Afterwards, which I'm super excited about.
Yep.
Yeah.
They are super rad ukulele artist. I played with them, I don't know, in the before times in New York City, I think.
They were gonna come on like in a month or two when they release their album, but like just this couple days ago, I was like, we didn't book a musical guest for this episode, and so they're coming on last minute, and so yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then after that we have Jackbox games with our friends Damsels of Dorkington. Always a good time. For anybody who's new watching this show is rated R for language and adult content, and I'm putting that out there now.
That did come up last week.
Because that came up last week. I think I know why it came up. I think something else was going on, and they sent some audience members over here.
And they thought it was going to be like a wholesome show.
Because I had done a fundraiser for a cat spay and neuter thing in Mississippi. Anyways, I think that's that's what happened, and it was. Anyways, so we're just gonna put that out there. Adult content, everyone.
I thought by putting this yellow pillow here, it would change the color balance to like make it more blue, but
okay,
it didn't work. Now it worked. Nope. Whatever. We're just gonna be Simpsons.
Okay. Yeah, and then what else? Can we quickly talk about the movie we watched last night?
Oh my goodness.
Speaking of Willy's.
Everyone stop watching this show right now. Go watch what is it? Willy's Wonderland?
Willy's Wonderland. We found it on Amazon. I found it, and just the picture, and we didn't watch a trailer, but just the intro of what do you call that? The press, I don't know, the blurb.
Whatever, yeah.
Whatever it was, like, was enough for me to say we are watching this. And it says like quiet loner Nicolas Cage, like gets stuck at a roadside attraction and has to be a janitor at like an animatronic. It's like a Chuck E. Cheese or something like that. But anyways, it's amazing.
It is amazing.
Amazing.
I feel like this isn't even a spoiler because you learn in the first like 3 minutes, he ends up fighting all of the plushies. He
kicks ass. He massacres a bunch of animatronic, like a weasel.
They're murdering animatronics.
They're murdering animatronic. Well, he murders them, but first of all, they like the town is like feeding these animatronics like strangers. Anyways, Nicolas Cage is amazing. I feel like he found his own. He hit his stride.
He really hit his stride.
It was so good.
I think the most important part of that was should we even spoil that?
No. Just
okay.
Go watch it.
Okay.
I mean, I put a thing on Twitter.
Okay.
If you want to, yeah.
Okay.
That was,
go watch it. It's well worth your time.
It's amazing. It's so amazing. And it's not
it's not good,
but it's so.
But it is good. It is fantastic.
It's fantastic. It comes around. It goes full circle several times of like being bad, so bad it's good, that it's bad, that it's good
and
again.
Then just going back to being just good.
Yeah. And
I mean, that whole fight scene with the plushy gorilla was amazeballs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing.
Amazing.
Oh, hi. Oh, we have a little friend visiting us.
Hey, Rob is here.
Oh, who's here?
Molly Lewis is here. Adam Wisnowski. Pierre is here. Look at all of our friends. Hi, Valerie.
Do you like my shirt? My business goose?
Business goose. Kate is here. Look at all our friends.
Hello.
Man, what would we do? Sunday Comes Afterwards is here.
What would we do?
What would we do?
Probably what we do every night that there isn't a quarantine.
I thought of a tagline for next week's show.
Yeah.
The show you do when you have literally nothing better to do. Or something like that.
I mean, I like this show. I like this show. We're gonna do the show on my birthday. I decided not to
you
cancel
decided that's
the show.
What you want to do for your birthday is Quarantinapalooza.
Yes.
I'm on board.
Yeah. We're gonna do that. Anything else? Any other housekeeping information?
I think we've already rambled quite a bit. So,
yeah.
Let's get some music.
Okay.
Oh, Jimmy's here. Hi, Jimmy.
Jimmy! Oh, now we're blue again. Who knows? I don't. Now we look like we're in one of your sci-fi movies. Here.
Hi. I can't hold a kitten, a beer, and a phone. So I need to make some decisions.
Well, why don't you back off the couch and I'll play some music.
All right. If I back off, I'm going to just scoot over here and then spin the laptop and hit the microphone, apparently.
Yep. Again. We've learned a lot over. Okay, now this thing is falling down. Take such care. Ah! There we go. Oh, okay. I was gonna move over to the center of the couch. That works too. Oh, I see. You just don't want to go anymore. Got it. You were born in old Kentucky, under stars and signs and lucky, never meant to be beauty queen. Still you read my notes and letters, holding to the hope that better things were waiting on the other side. I've been waiting for a long, long time, around the world, and you're still on my mind. You're counting the days gone by. I was circling around the sky, never knowing if the sun would set or rise. Now I can land 'cause you're by my side. We were married on the winter solstice, but the nights were coldest when you were a phone call away. All my travel and adventure can't compare, can't take center stage. You are the only star I see. I've been with you for a long, long time, around the world, and you're still on my mind. You're counting the days gone by. I was circling around the sky, never knowing if the sun would set or rise. Now I can land 'cause you're by my side. We will cross the great Sahara, hand in hand, the streets of Venice. You broke the bars and threw off all my chains. Oh, Athena, you have my heart. I can't wait for this new start to You're counting the days gone by. I was circling around the sky, never knowing if the sun would set or rise. Now I can land 'cause you're by my. Whoa, wow, I can land 'cause you're by my side. Oh, thank you very much. Clappy hands. Oh, it's Shockbait. She's coming over to visit. That is, yeah. That's called Athena. Okay. I actually sent a booking email out today for the first time in over a year. I don't even know what I was like. Hi, I'm a songwriter, and I guess I tour. I've not sent a booking email in over a year. Do you do shows anymore? How does music work? I don't know.
Yeah.
Is there an audience for anything? But I also, yeah, I think I've got like a pretty good lead on a show in Portland somewhere around early July. So more on that for sure.
Get your vaccines and come out to a show.
Get your vaccines and come to a show, please. Yes, okay. Ah. I can play. Yes, I can. You were the first one to call me home. Abandoned for 549 souls. You couldn't stay here, so you drove straight through my heart. Everyone goes. Under that helmet, you have a face I'll never see, 'cause you'd suffocate. I know that I'm toxic, but I'd like to say something inside me wants you to stay. And you have reached the borders. You have reached the heights. You have split the sky. voices I hear pierce through my deafening atmosphere. So alone, so alive, my pioneer, and you have reached the borders. You have reached the heights. You have split the sky. Goodbye, my pilgrim. Goodbye. I sent the storms across the crater terrains that somehow you managed to navigate. They say when you love someone, let them escape. You have reached the border. You have reached the heights. You have split the sky. Goodbye, my pilgrim. If you're wondering what, I was like, there's a kitten peeing in the corner, and I was trying to just like nonchalantly let Michael know that there was a kitten peeing not in the box. Didn't get communicated that way. I guess I need a better signal, or maybe just stop playing and be like, hey, there's a kitten peeing in the corner. For the record, it was shark bait. All right, I'm gonna do a couple more. I think. We'll see. Still waiting on our friend Dr. Lemanski. She was running a little bit late, so. Here we go. This is called The Pilot. If I could fly away in my own airplane, I'd plot a course to where you are and landed at your gate. And if I had a train, I'd lay track night and day. The line would lead straight to you, and that's where it would stay. And if I had it, I'd sail it to your port. Your current's strong and I belong on that rocky shore. The waves that could bring you home just wear down the sand from stone. And I know you'll see one day all the things in my way. So I'm afraid of heights. I never had a pilot license, and I missed that train. I don't know when the next one's coming in, and I won't learn to swim. The water's deep, but I just wading up to my knees. The water's far, but I won't see my feet. Those waves that could bring me home just wear down the sand from the stone. And I know you'll see one day all the things in my way. So break it to me now. If there's a map, then I will make it get up off the ground. If I have to, I'll hitchhike it. You are smart and brave. You could find a way to save this, your telepathic brain. See that I'm the one who's struggling, and look down from your great height. See how I'm climbing. Oh, waves that could bring you home just wear down the sand from stone. dedicated to you.
Oh, thank you. I think.
You're taking one for the team, Michael McLean.
Hey, you took a pill for like 20 years.
That's right. Oh yeah. Make a music video for the song.
Oh yeah.
And I say we, like, I just need to be motivated and get up and make a storyboard and have some ideas.
Yep.
I think last night, Willy's Wonderland gave me some good ideas for some like horror tropes featuring our friend. Bingo
What's his name again?
Bingo Bango?
Bingo Bango?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. How's everybody doing? Everybody okay? You good? Hello. You're so snaggletoothby. Ooh, yeah, I just want to fix your teeth sometimes. They're just yabs. So I need to I do need to reference. Okay. Long ago I worked up to my anatomy. The pill, the plant, the implant, and the IUD. I can't see my words. So much.
So you do need the glasses.
Yeah, I do. I thought I could be. Also, I'm jaundiced again. What is going on? Long ago, I wised up to my anatomy. The pill, the plant, the implant, and the IUD. For 20 years, I took it up as my responsibility. But now and then you meet someone who's not attached to their gametes. My husband got a vasectomy. Now he can come inside of me. What if it's different from what used to be? I don't have to rely on my memory. 15 minutes on his back and no sex for a week. 20 minutes on his lap, a bag of frozen peas. Now we're even, what a chance to take one for the team. The swim team is retired now, it's all juice and no seeds. My husband got a vasectomy. Now he can come inside of me. What if it's different from what used to be? Get it up, here's to victory. I say snip, snip, hooray! I say snip, snip, hooray! I say snip, snip,
Hooray!
I say snip, snip, hooray! I say snip, snip,
Hooray!
I say snip, snip,
Hooray!
I say snip, snip, hooray! Hooray! My husband got a vasectomy. Now he can come inside of me. What if it's different from what used to be? Get it up, here's to victory. It takes balls, but only two. If you're done with parenthood, get her done so you can screw and say, snip, snip, hooray. Snip, snip, hooray. That's a very Muppety, yeah. Thanks, Bingo Bango, for dancing along with me. Appreciate that. Oh, I think you fixed the color issue too with the jaundice. Yeah. All right. I think we're still waiting for a Dr. Lemanski.
One more.
One more song. One
Or
more
so,
song.
as many more as it takes.
Oh.
Those lights are on. That's what we're going off.
Oh, interesting.
Ooh.
The grow lights.
The grow lights. Yeah.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Wasn't prepared with another one, but of course we can just yank some stuff out. Let's do. The old classic. You woke up broken and beat. I'll sit on the beach, waiting for the tide to wash up things out of reach. But treasures age and beauty's age, hope floats, and love doesn't sink. So milk your move and hold it to the ones who will pray you'll succeed. Take a stand, I'll take your hand, God knows I am not that fearless, no. I'm strong inside the song, but I can never live up to lyrics. So remember when I was 13 and we dreamed everything was so romantic, and you know how to make me scream, the glass between you weren't afraid to smash it down. Break out. And I know the feeling, everyone else winning beginnings are so far away. Take a stand and take a hand, God knows I'm not that fearless, no. I'm strong inside a song, but I could never live up to lyrics. So remember when I was 13 and we dreamed everything was so romantic, and you knew how to make me scream, the glass between you weren't afraid to smash it down. Break out. Break out, ow, 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 ow. I just realized, like, in the background of this show right now, there's like all
It's
these
like a
dead puppet.
pony.
Well, this guy's like, you know, I had set them all up to look like perky and lifelike, you know, as lifelike as Chastity Pony can be. There we go.
Chastity Pony's always a little floppy.
Well, takes one to know one, doesn't it?
Hey,
Oh, any word from Dr. Lemanski?
no.
Today? Let me do one more. Let's see. Can you text them? And
I've been texting.
Okay.
She was like, I'm running a bit late. I was like, okay.
Okay.
We'll be here.
in my backyard, I have boxes, I have spices and parked cars. In your backyard, you have mountain, you have highway, you see the stars, but I don't see stars.
5 minutes from their house.
They're 5 minutes from their house, so maybe Daniel, you could play a couple videos because I can't pull anything out of my ass anymore. Oh, we could interview Daniel.
I mean,
Hello, Daniel. Welcome to Quarantinapalooza.
he's like, nope, we're going to video.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're gonna switch some things up. How about if we interview him in musical format?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Let me do some warm-ups. Me.
you know that's not how I warm up.
Yeah.
That's not. Sayanu. Woo!
Everyone do this with
Everybody
us.
go Sayanu.
Woo! Let's get those voices warmed up.
Yes. We want to.
Especially since I just choked on some beer in that
Yeah.
last song.
I thought maybe you saw something really funny on your phone.
No, I literally
No,
just
you're just
forgot
like-
how to drink.
It's like the thing you're best at.
Even though I've had so much practice during this past
I
year.
know. Okay, so let's see. Daniel, how many screens are you looking at right now, including your phone?
Is it 4 or less than 10? 5. Okay.
How many things are you listening to in your ears?
Oh, that'd be 3 right now.
Can you put you on
Wait.
the stream? Well, they should
Oh.
see what he looks like when he's
Well-
frantically pressing buttons.
You're
Okay.
gonna sing it to
Okay.
them.
Can you put yourself in the video? How many buttons does it take?
More
Can
than
you
you
put-
think.
Put yourself in Quarantinapalooza for goodness sake.
How many more episodes of this shall we do before we take a break?
It's a good question, but wait, if we do, can we have some ice cream cake?
Okay. I mean, both yes to that, and they can see me now.
Okay.
So,
Do you ever play video games while you're working? 'Cause you can. Or you don't have to answer that question
'Cause-
out loud. That
'cause
was
damn
quite
the
enough.
man.
Damn the man.
there was a time when I had, like, back when I was playing MMOs, where I had an alert if a particular thing showed up. So it's like the game was on in the background, but
Was this
was I actually playing it? There was a point where I was playing WoW, Final Fantasy XI, Final Fantasy XIV at the same time, and I don't mean it's toggling between the. I was playing like 2 of 3 of them at the same time, but that was years ago.
And we wonder how you can take in information from so many screens at the same time.
Do you want to hear about how I wiped out the overtime budget for the entire quarter, or was it year? I forget exactly which.
Yes, we
do.
Yeah. So this is way back in the day, and I got a job, one of those holiday jobs, working in the toy department of Myers, which. Michael, you might know what a Myers is, but for everyone out there, it's kind of like a Walmart, although not as evil and regional to like the Midwest, where it's
I have vague memories.
it's a department store that has that's birds that you hear in the background, as chat had asked. But yeah, so I'd gotten the holiday job working in the toy department. I think I actually spent more than 1 year there. Yeah. But I was there for the Tickle Me Elmo phase.
Oh. I remember.
Yeah, that got brutal. They had to start smuggling the Tickle Me Elmos into the store through like other boxes. Like a box of bananas would be actually Tickle Me Elmos. And
So people didn't get in fights over it or whatever?
people didn't get in fights over it, and with the idea that this way it might actually hit the store shelves, because a lot of times department managers would be sitting back there to claim them, and and things like it's that things like that. But after doing that for a while, I got transferred to the photo department. So before everyone had phones, people would have cameras with film in them. Film was this cartridge that you'd put into the cameras, and it had.
That sounds familiar.
Is it some sort of alchemy? Yes, it is.
And you'd have to like develop the film and have prints made of the film. If you ever have heard a cultural reference to printing doubles, that's where that would come in. Stores would offer doubles or triples as bonuses for getting the film developed there. And you could either mail it out or have like this 1 hour development done. And so I was part of that crew running that equipment and all that stuff. Because of my chemistry background, I could actually understand what it meant when the machines were off calibration and stuff like that. So that department manager, I became like her most trusted employee.
You're our most trusted employee, so I get it.
It was also this was also connected to. It was kind of like one of those things where they put all the stuff in the front of the store under the same person. The manager in charge of the photomat was also in charge of the video store. So, the video rental shop. So video rentals. So back before Blu-rays and back before Netflix and Blockbuster and DVDs, there were video cassette tapes. These were these big cartridges. I'm actually glancing to see if I happen to have one lying around. Like,
my dad has like shelves of them that he still dips into the VCR once in a while.
There's some upstairs, but not at hand here.
Wait, what does this have to do with overtime?
So that's what I'm getting to. The whole point of this is
what does this have to do with overtime?
Oh, sorry.
What does this have to do with overtime?
So we're talking about old technology here, and its time was coming to pass. People would come into the store, browse around the shelves, look for video cassette tapes, look for usually the thing they wanted would already be checked out, so they'd pick something else up and then have to bring it back and all this stuff, and this is before Netflix, but people are seeing that this stuff's going away, so they're getting ready to close this department down. But in order to close it down, the entire thing needs to be inventoried, because everything has to be boxed up and shipped back and sent to these distribution warehouses, so the store gets credit, so no one just takes the tapes and runs off with them.
Okay.
So
also, Dr. Lemanski said that she's.
I told her to sign on the Zoom.
Okay, I didn't know. I'm just putting that out there because if he's telling us a story, maybe she's like in the waiting room. Not that I don't think.
I'm keeping an eye for.
Okay, great.
It's on one of his 5 screens.
Yeah.
I know.
It's on one of his 5 screens.
That was so beautiful. Thank you. I want that for like my help desk tickets. I can just reply with that audio line.
I'll give you a little jingle, yeah.
So I was chosen as the only one competent enough to be trusted with this inventory project. Because of the timing of it, it had to be done in one night. So, because something to do with the way the computer systems were set up, and I don't know. I think also they kept stalling on it, and so this was like the last night to do it, kind of thing. So I had the plan was that I would have the morning opening shift, leave, come back, do part of a closing shift, and then after closing, start this whole process of going shutting down the video store. And went through all that. All of that worked fine. You know, everything was there, everything was accounted for, got done just about the right time. And getting ready to leave, and no one has shown up to open the photo lab yet.
Mm-hmm.
And this is really like a high traffic thing for the store. There's a lot of business that comes through there. And so as part of, so they're like, well, can you stay and open this up until like so and so shows up? And I was like, well, I can, but here's how many hours I've worked already. And I was like, yeah, well, that's okay. Well, we just need you to do this.
Uh-oh.
And so that ended up being a full shift. Then the next person coming in also called in sick. The first people were no-shows. Then the next person to come in called in sick. So now I'm working that shift as well. And why did that switch to...
I guess we're... And you'll have to stay tuned
Wow.
for next week to hear
Yeah.
how.
Wait, do it in
Did-
song.
And you'll have to tune in next week to hear the remainder of Daniel's story.
About maxing out the overt.
Well, I'm honestly almost done with it here.
Maxing out the overtime.
But yeah, so I'm actually doing a double shift after doing a 12-hour overnight shift after a normal shift on that day.
So how many hours did you work in a row at the video/photo booth?
In a row, my brain won't let me remember.
Oh,
Because
it's like childbirth.
By the time I came back, I almost passed out walking up the stairs to my apartment.
Aww.
But it was something like a 25-hour shift.
Oh, Dan.
And then later I get called in this whole like thing of like all the managers and they're all like trying to be angry and intimidating. And it's like, no, this was all you're doing. I told you every step of the way.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Don't try to pin any of this on me here.
That's right. We told them. All right. I see a Dr. Lemanski. Are we ready?
Dr. Lemanski.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Fine. Can you hear me?
I can
I
hear
can
you.
hear you.
And really, that's all that matters to us. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if the stream can hear you.
There you go.
Yeah. Sorry I was running late. There was a bit of an incident.
That's it.
Oh no, do you want to tell us about the incident?
It's not very interesting.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
then let's not.
Yeah.
We won't sing about it and ask you questions.
Was it
with a
bee
song.
related?
This time for once it wasn't bee related.
Was it spider related?
You know, it was neither bee nor spider related.
Cat.
We were biking and
We're just gonna keep naming things until we get.
Yeah, we're gonna keep
So-
naming animals we want to hear you talk about.
Mm-hmm.
there were a bike ride. Someone had to be rescued,
Oh no!
but everyone's
Was
fine.
it Connor? Because it's probably Connor.
It was Connor.
Well, welcome back to the show.
It wasn't his fault. He needed to be rescued this time. Nor was it mine, I want to say.
This is
Okay,
Connor.
okay.
Tell me we're going 24.
For once, it wasn't my fault.
We're good. We're good. Let's
Yeah.
get to the
Is
bees.
everyone okay?
Everyone's fine.
Okay, cool.
Great. So we had you on, I don't know, probably episode, I'm sure somebody knows the number, but I don't, but early
I don't remember.
4-ish, maybe,
I
something
think
like that.
you were our first guest who didn't like physically live in the house. Or maybe
Yeah.
the second or something.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we've been honing our interview skills, as you can tell,
you tell?
how much better we are at this than we
Yeah.
were a year ago. So let's get some updates from Dr. Lemanski.
First of all, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah.
Tell people what you do, etc.
Sure. So I'm Natalie Lemanski. My PhD is in ecology and evolution. And let's see, what do I do? So in a nutshell, I study bees. But I study a lot of different aspects of it. So in the past, I've studied their social behavior and how they communicate with each other. But my current job is a little bit of a shift in focus from that. So now I'm looking at bees as pollinators and how bee diversity influences crop pollination. And so, yeah, really interesting.
And this is so your new avenue of study is because of a new job that you got during the past year, right?
Yeah. This job I just started last year, mid-pandemic. Started remote, but now I'm back in the lab. And just this past December, I've been working at this job, so it's very exciting. New work, new research topics is always exciting.
Well, we have some questions for you.
Sure.
Start with, I think you had a.
I'm surrounded by kittens right now, but I think I can reach my.
Oh.
Okay.
She can
All
reach
right. We've got. You didn't memorize.
So, let's talk about bee diversity and pollination, and let's start at like the very basic. Like, what is pollination, and why are bees important to it?
So that's definitely a good place to start the very basics. So pollination, in a nutshell, and this is a non-kid friendly episode, so I can.
Oh, you can
yes.
fucking curse, yeah.
Oh yeah, so I don't have to worry about cursing accidentally. So in a nutshell, pollination is how plants have sex. If you think about it as a plant, so as an animal, if you want to find a mate to do the dirty deed with, you can do something like walk. You know, you can travel, and so you can look around looking for mates. And most animals spend a lot of energy.
I usually do it.
Exactly. Yeah. So most animals do this, but if you're a plant, when you think about it, how do you find a mate as a plant? Because one thing they can't do is go anywhere. They're kind of stuck where they are. So they've developed this neat trick where if they want to move pollen, by the way, so most, pollen is the thing that probably makes people sneeze in the spring, but pollen is basically plant sperm.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Up in our noses every spring.
Yep.
And so
Love
if you're a plant and you want to get your pollen from the male plant or the male part of the plant to the female, it's hard to do it yourself. So what they've essentially done is they've recruited animals to do this for them. And that's what pollination is. It's when an animal transports pollen from one plant to another plant in order to fertilize it. And this is how plants set fruit and set seeds and make new baby plants. So essentially, pollination is how plants have sex with the assistance of animals. And there's a lot of different animals that do that too. So it's not just bees, but bees are one of the most important pollinators for most plants. And the main reason why they're good pollinators is that bees are obligate pollen specialists. So it's basically their diet is all pollen. This is what they eat, and nectar from the flowers as well. But all bees collect pollen pretty much, and all bees need pollen as the food source. And so as a result, they tend to show up wherever there's pollen, and they go to a lot of different flowers, and they're really good at carrying pollen all over their body. And so that makes them, generally speaking, pretty good at the pollination business. And so they're by far and large the most important pollinators. If you look at all different animals.
Okay, let's get spicy.
Spicy?
Yeah.
I was gonna ask about honey, but go on.
I want to ask about baby bees.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Oh, baby bees.
So there are are there baby bees? Like, I know there are okay. This is my question. So when I'm outside this time of year, I love sitting out on the porch and drinking my coffee and watching Smoosh in the sunshine or whatever. But this time of year, I see little flag bugs that look like baby bees. But I'm wondering, do bees just come out fully formed after the larval stage, or are there actually baby bees, or is this just a different insect that I'm seeing? Because they're a little bit fuzzy, they look a little bit like honeybees, but they're little tiny and cute, and they're like, meh. And so I'm just wondering if those are baby bees or another.
That's a good question. So probably what you're seeing are a different species of bee besides honeybees. Baby bees generally are the larvae. So as larvae, they look very different from adult bees. They're wingless and legless and kind of squishy and cute in kind of like a weird, useless sort of way. They don't really do much but eat.
Like me.
Yeah.
After 7 p.m. on the weekend.
So bees will feed pollen to their babies, and most bees will make a nest somewhere in the ground actually, and lay their eggs there and basically place the food on the baby, and the baby doesn't really go anywhere, and they just kind of sit and eat. And that's kind of all they do. They're just a fat little lump that sits and eats.
Yeah. Okay. I'm a fan of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. I
when-
was just wondering if you like if there was a stage of bee life where they look like cute and like little babies, but they are either like a blob of
They're
eating
basically a
nothing, or
blob
they're-
of larvae, and then they become a fully formed adult-sized bee. But if you've seen small bees that almost look like mini honeybees, you're probably seeing a different species. Because there are some species of bees that are quite tiny, like, 3 or 4 millimeters long, tiny.
Mhm.
And
So that kind of one of my questions that I have for you is about honeybees. So our honeybees, they're the most famous bee because we eat their delicious honey.
we eat their tasty honey.
And I know that they're one of the big pollinators for our commercial crops, et cetera, et cetera. Like they go around with hives of honeybees to pollinate the crops so that they actually like, make grains of corn and stuff like that, right? But like, do other species of bee make honey, or is it just the honeybees? Is that special to them?
So honeybees are the most famous bee, they're kind of the face of bees, but honeybees are actually kind of a weird bee as bees go. And so if you think about honeybee as a typical bee, it's actually kind of pretty far off from how most bees live their lives. So honeybees are probably the only one that make honey in really large quantities.
Mm-hmm.
Although some bees make honey in smaller amounts. So for instance, in the tropics, so you wouldn't see them here like in the US, but except maybe like in Florida, you might have some of them. But in the tropics, there's another type of bee called stingless bees, and they're called this because they have no stinger. And they make honey. And in fact, I've tasted their honey before. They occur all over the tropics, in both, the Asian tropics and in Central American tropics as well. And they make honey. It tastes a little different from honeybee honey that we're typically used to. Honeybee honey is much milder, and stingless bee honey tastes like honey on steroids. So it's a very intense flavor that I would describe as not for everyone. But there's actually been a movement in keeping these as honey producing bees in some areas of the tropics, because if you live in a tropical country where you have them, the benefit over honeybees is quite apparent in that they don't sting you, which is nice, because honeybees, I can say from experience, sting you like all the time.
It's not that pleasant. I've had some experience.
It's not fun. But honeybees are kind of atypical. So one thing that honeybees and stingless bees have in common is that they're social. I mean, that's probably one of their most famous features. There's a queen, and the queen lays eggs, and she's kind of like the mama of the colony, the matriarch, if you will. And all the workers do all the work, hence their name. They do pretty much everything. They build the hive, they forage for food, they take care of the babies. And so honeybees are like this, and stingless bees are like that as well. They have a queen and they have workers and a big hive. Also, just like a honeybee, they kind of nest in hollow trees. So honeybee nests, when they're not in wooden boxes that people put them in, typically their natural place would be in like hollow trees.
Pooh Bear.
Exactly. This is, if you're looking for honey, a hollow log is exactly where you should be looking in the wild. Of course, you will potentially get a face full of bees.
How did it taste different, the honey from stingless bees?
It was a very resiny flavor. Like, it's very strong flavor of plant resins.
Resin.
I don't know why, like all the, volatile compounds, like the scents and stuff. I just imagine taking regular honey and just sort of distilling it down into every like little flavor being much stronger. I don't know why stingless bees are like that. They're much smaller. That's another thing. Honeybees are much larger than stingless bees. They're like kind of a tiny little bee.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because they live in a tropical forest, and maybe the tropical plants are different. But But most bees are different from that. So most people's bees don't make honey. And the main reason for that is that most bees actually aren't social. We sort of think of sociality and bees as going hand in hand, but in fact, the majority of bees are solitary. So the typical bee family, if you will, is a mama bee, and the mama bee will mate with the male, and then he's done out of the picture,
Right.
for the most part.
Right.
And then she'll typically dig a little nest somewhere to lay her eggs and take care of her babies. And then bees are very good moms. They'll provision the young. Oftentimes they'll come back repeatedly. Sometimes they'll just make a giant ball of pollen and lay a little egg on it. And the baby bee will just develop on that ball of pollen. So she's still, she's giving them a nice little lump of food, and they don't have to do anything. They're just lazy little lumps. She's giving them all the food they need to develop into an adult. But other times she'll actually actively care for them. So she'll come to the nest repeatedly, bringing them food over and over again, protecting it, cleaning it, essentially just taking care of them until they're adults. So they're very.
Think of insects as never being maternal. That's really interesting.
Yeah, but bees are very maternal. But most of them are just live alone like that. And so if you're just one bee taking care of, a few babies, you don't really need to make honey. Like typically when they make babies is when there's a lot of stuff blooming in the springtime and summer when there's lots of flowers. So there's really no need to make honey to store for later. There kind of wouldn't be any point. If you think about honey, what honey really is kind of like saving up for a rainy day. There's lots of flowers blooming, you make honey and then you store it. And then when there's no flowers, it's like your stockpile. But if you're a single solitary bee, you're not very active all year long. Typically they'll have their babies in the spring, and they often, then the adults will die off at the end of the year, and then the new babies will mate and then kind of go into like hibernation until next year. So that's kind of a more typical life cycle. But if you're social, rather than hibernating, then they basically keep the colony going all the time. You're just churning out new bees, new workers over and over again. And so if you're this big colony, you constantly want to have a workforce, just, ready to protect it, to forage, to defend it, what have you. Then it's useful to make honey, because honey is like in case, when there's no flowers blooming, honey gets you through the lean times. But this is kind of something social bees do. It also helps because social bees can defend themselves. You've got a big, giant colony with lots and lots of bees. Oh, the kitties. Oh, you're so cute. You're so fluffy. See, this is just a fact of nature. In my opinion, everything fuzzy is cute. And I think this is why bees are one of my favorite insects, is because bees are fuzzy.
Yeah.
Oh, and I remember when you had tarantulas and they were fuzzy too.
They were fuzzy too. Tarantulas are also fuzzy. No one can say something fuzzy isn't cute. It's just not possible.
So we brought in Dr. Bonner over here because she's our academic in the house, and she has some questions or a question.
At least one. So
cool, yeah.
Talking about like the different roles, the different like jobs that they have, how is that determined? Is that like learned behavior? Is that gene expression differences? Like, I assume there aren't really genetic differences. It's all the same species, but like why, how is that determined? Or yeah.
So the simple answer is that it's based on age. For honeybees anyway, workers go through different phases of life. When they're really young, they mostly they sort of start out doing like easy in the hive maintenance. Like they clean up clean their rooms when they emerge. They clean up around the brood comb. And then they generally start feeding the young as they get a little bit older. Their next job is kind of like babysitter. So they take care of the babies, and they don't leave the hive at all at first. They're just cleaning, tidying, and essentially they're on baby care duty, where they're feeding the larvae and taking care of them and that type of thing. So these are the young bees. And then as they get older, oftentimes they'll move into guarding the front of the hive. So not really going anywhere yet, but they'll guard it and make sure no one can get in. And then after that, the oldest bees are the ones who are actually foragers. So then they end with foraging for food, and they do that basically until they die. So it's basically not so much of who does what as when you do it.
Okay.
And kind of every worker bee will typically go through this stage of, that's kind of the short answer. The longer answer is that there is genetic variation in when they do these things.
Really?
And within each of these groups, they kind of specialize somewhat in what they do. So there could be variation in how soon you forage. And there's some bees that forage earlier, and that's determined by genetic variation. So some genetics just kind of faster aging bees, I guess.
So can any bee pollinate any plant?
That is a great question.
Good job.
The answer is not necessarily well. So there are
Right.
some bees that are really good at pollinating certain plants, but bad at other ones, and vice versa. And there's some plants that can be pollinated by just about any bee, kind of like, you know, anyone come and get it. And there's some plants that are quite specialized, and certain bees can pollinate them and most can't. So I think the coolest example of this actually is some ones that are pollinated by bumblebees.
Uh-huh.
So you know bumblebees, the big
They're
fat,
the cutest bees, right?
cute, probably definitely the cutest bee. They're very, there's other cute ones as well, but bumblebees are very cute. And bumblebees do a weird thing where they buzz pollen when they visit a plant. They actually kind of vibrate, and that releases pollen.
Do they like blow raspberries?
Kind of. It's like, think with their wings, but they go up and then like,
Okay.
so it's more like they kind of like rub up against it,
Oh,
like,
I've definitely seen them do that.
yeah.
Sure, yeah.
But they'll visit a plant and they buzz it, and the buzzing releases the pollen. And so there are some plants that need the buzzing to release their pollen. They're not just like constantly spitting it out. They have to be buzzed.
Mhm.
And so those actually require bumblebees to pollinate them, because they require buzz pollination. And it's actually quite funny if you're someone who's studying pollination in these plants that require it, and you want to try artificially pollinating them, you have to buzz them to get them to release the pollen. So I've done this before, and the way you do it is with an electric toothbrush. You can hand pollinate by buzz, but you need the vibration in order to get them to be pollinated. And so most bees don't do this. Like bumblebees, for some reason, are weird in that they do that buzz behavior. And so some those plants, other bees won't work. In fact, honeybees won't work either. Like you actually need to have bumblebees to pollinate them. So yeah.
So sunflowers need a vibrator to
Some flowers need a vibrator in order to get off. Yes.
yeah.
It's weird, but I don't know why.
Nature.
That
Yeah.
nature.
I just also I did look up some of your papers before.
Uh-huh.
As a fly geneticist, I love the puns. She had one that was the game of drones, and also the Matrix Be Loaded.
Yeah.
One, I think so. I appreciated those. Those were
I
really
love puns, and I work them into talk titles whenever possible.
as well you should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's so many great ones with bees.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fun.
Mhm.
I see that Sunday comes afterwards. It's in the wing. So I'm just going to put it out to chat. If you have any questions for Dr. Lemanski,
Cool.
tag at Sarah Donner, and it will come up. We will ask whatever we can if it's relevant.
Oh.
And
I know Adam was asking for you to explain the birds and the bees, but Natalie, Dr. Lemanski is a bee specialist and not a bird expert. So I don't know. I'm going to say Adam, she probably can't handle both topics.
I mean, if you want to know about the birds and the bees in the context of pollination, there are some plants that are bird pollinated.
Really?
Yeah, usually honeybees and hummingbirds are an example of a bird that will actually pollinate.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, and you see all that stuff about how their beaks are specifically evolved to fit the shape of the flowers. They're like,
Yeah, you see them, they're large flowers typically that are tubular,
Mhm.
and they're very often bright red. So a lot of those tend to be pollinated by things like hummingbirds instead of bees. Hummingbirds are just bigger, and so usually like a really large flower like that, whereas a really tiny flower, a bird wouldn't really fit.
Mm.
So smaller ones tend not to be bird pollinated. Another thing that's interesting is that red flowers are usually more likely to be bird pollinated than bee pollinated. So you see that a lot with bird pollinated flowers, that they're often bright red.
Is that because of their vision?
Yeah, because their vision's different. So bees
Yeah.
don't see what red very well.
So we were
but birds see
watching.
it well. Yeah.
There's a David Attenborough documentary that just came out on Netflix about the color
cool.
color of life, and so the very first episode has a lot to do with how birds see each other in color and other frequencies that we don't see.
Yeah, so birds see color very well, and they see red well. So there's a lot of flowers that are colorful in the spectrum that birds can see really well. And bees see color well really well as well. But they don't see red. So there's reds that we can see that bees actually, like in the very red end of the spectrum, that humans can see and birds can see, but bees actually can't see it. On the other hand, their vision is kind of shifted to the other side. So you get from red to purple, and then you go into the ultraviolet, and bees can see ultraviolet.
Yeah.
Which is cool because some flowers actually have little ultraviolet patterns.
Really?
The bees can see them, we can't see it.
Yes.
And some of them even look.
Are they just like signs that are like, get pollen here, bees?
Yeah, exactly. Some of them even look like a little landing strip, like pollen this way, come along. And
free beer for bees.
Yeah, they're invisible to us because they're not for us. They're signals to bees being like, hey, come here, come and get it. Yeah.
David C wants to know, how exactly do they hibernate? Low vital signs or just larvae or eggs?
No, it's usually the adults that hibernate. And it's kind of similar to how a bear hibernates. Their metabolism is low, and it's kind of like they're sleeping. Like usually this is in the ground, so they'll dig a hole and go deep enough that hopefully that nothing will disturb them there. Kind of like a bear in a den. And they go into kind of like a torpor state where they're sleeping and they're not using much energy. It's like sort of like a low energy state, so they don't need to eat. And they just sort of sleep that way until springtime.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Adam W says bees eat pollen too, I assume for protein and whatnot. Do adults eat it, or do they feed it just to the larvae since they're the only ones actively growing?
Yeah, they mostly just feed it to the larvae. So adults typically don't really need pollen to eat. It's just the larvae that are actively growing and developing that need the protein. And as adults, they pretty much subsist entirely on nectar from plants. And that's all they really need as an adult. So they entirely collect pollen for the babies. This is why typically you see male bees don't really collect pollen. They'll still visit flowers because they'll still drink the nectar. But it's usually only the females that will collect pollen because they're provisioning the young. And for the most part, there may be exceptions that I don't know about, but in general, it's the females who take care of the babies for bees, and the males are kind of deadbeats.
Cool. Do you have one last question?
I have two last questions.
Can you pick one?
No, I need two.
But we also have.
Okay. I'll go quick. And these are both questions that I asked you a year ago. And the first one I want to ask to just check back in about it. And the second one I want to ask because the advice you gave was really awesome, and I followed it, and it worked out really well. So the first question is, how are bees doing? A few years ago, we were hearing about they were dying out and stuff. And the second question is, what can everyone do to help bee diversity, help bees be healthy, etc., keep them pollinating?
So the answer to the first question is it's very hard to know because many bees have not been measured very much. So it's pretty hard to tell if their populations are declining. From what we can tell, there are definitely some bees that are declining. So a lot of bumblebees, for instance, where they've been measured, many bumblebees are declining. And again, that's a problem because there are certain plants that need bumblebees specifically. So it's really important. And we know that some of them are in decline. With a lot of the other bees, it certainly seems like it. So some data sets, where people, at least people I know who have looked at this, they appear to be declining, but there's not enough data to say definitively. So I would say it's kind of hard to know for sure, but certainly a lot of the habitat that bees rely on is declining. And so we can probably guess that they might be declining based on the habitat loss. And that's probably the biggest threat to them, maybe habitat loss, because, they rely on fields of flowers as their food source, and either, hollow dead trees or little safe places in the dirt to nest in as their nesting sites. And a lot of those types of areas are, in decline as more wild habitat gets converted to human usage. and intensification of agriculture. When you're growing a single crop, that doesn't leave a lot of room for all the other little wildflowers that bees tend to rely on. And so monoculture isn't as friendly to bees as sort of less intensive agriculture. A lot of bees actually do quite well in agricultural areas because they love all the little weeds that grow in field margins and around plants.
Which I think leads to your next question.
Yeah.
And final question. Go.
Oh yeah, that was what can everyone do to help bee populations and make sure that they stick around, etc.
So I'd say one of the best things that you can do for bees is use less pesticides and plant a garden with flowering plants, and especially with native flowering plants. A lot of the plants people plant are exotic, just because exotics are cultivated to be pretty and attractive, but there's a lot of native plants that you can get for your garden, and native plants are better because for native bees it's the plants that they evolved using. So pardon me. So a lot of times that's better for them. And there are some specialist bees that will specialize specifically on, one or a few types of plants. So it's nice for them to have the native ones that they evolved with. That said, some, non-native plants are often good for bees as well. So I would say planting flowers for bees is great. And especially if you can plant native flowers, it's often better for bees than non-native ones in your garden. But then also just letting the weeds live is probably one of the best things. People in the US are really obsessed with green lawns. But one thing that grass doesn't have is flowers that bees can use. So if you think about it from a bee's perspective, grass lawns are kind of like a desert for bees. They might as well be pavement. But a lot of the other things that grow in lawns like clover, ground ivy, little spring violets, dandelions, the things that humans typically think of as weeds, a lot of them are food for bees. And so if you let a lawn have weeds, then that makes it a friendlier place for bees. So that's one of the probably the biggest advice is leave the weed killer behind and sort of let the dandelions grow.
Yeah.
That's the thing I did after our last conversation is I took a bunch of sections of our lawn and I stopped mowing them. And
oh, is that why you stopped mowing those sections?
Yeah. Lo and behold, it's like when I stopped mowing those sections, all of a sudden there are all these beautiful flowers.
Oh, the little white violets.
Yeah.
And the really pink ones over by the fence over there. I was mowing that the past couple years, and then last year because of Natalie, I stopped mowing certain sections, and all of these beautiful flowers came up, and there are all these bees and all these other insects also kind of moved in, and we're just abundant in our yard because I stopped just cutting it all down.
And you can mow it even if you can mow it tall enough that you leave a lot of these flowers are small, and so they can kind of survive some amount of mowing, but just letting it stay a little longer can be helpful. And also just reducing the pesticides that you put in the lawn. If you can mow a lawn, but then leave off the weed killers, a lot of those little weeds will just sort of stick around despite mowing.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for coming back to.
Yeah, thanks again for having me.
I'm sorry we couldn't get to all questions on chat. You'll just have to wait till Dr. Lemanski joins us.
I only got to half
in
of my
the next time.
But yeah, you can follow her on Twitter. What's your Twitter handle?
Yeah, where do people follow you to see what you're up to?
So my Twitter handle is, I believe, just at Natalie Lemanski. And then my Instagram, where I post mostly pictures of bees and or cats. Which let me.
We didn't even get to check in with our cats.
Yeah,
That's true.
We'll have to come back on.
We could just
we'll have to come back.
Also, she's our friend. We could just talk.
We could also just ask her about cats.
So my my Instagram is at Natalie Lemon Kitty.
Yay! Wonderful. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
I hope no one was severely injured from the bike incident.
Everyone's fine.
Everyone's good. Okay, wonderful. We are going to move on to our next portion with Sunday Comes Afterwards. And Natalie, you are welcome to hang out for games later. If not, that's okay too. We're going to play in a little bit with them. And now we're going to bring on Sunday Comes Afterwards in a second when it's on. The screen is there. There they are. Wait, no.
Hang on.
No, we have like a 9-second delay.
Yeah,
on
we
that
do have a
screen
bit
over
of a
there
delay.
anyway.
Yeah, that's true. There you are. Hi.
Hello.
Hi there.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
Thanks for having
thank
me.
you for so last minute being a champ and hanging out. And yes, we have got a little bit late, so please take whatever your allotted set time was. Don't worry about
Cool.
us chit-chatting away here. But do you mind just quickly telling folks who you are and where you're from and
Yep.
any other passions, pertinent information?
Fair enough. Yeah, my name is Stevani Ross, so my pronouns are they, them. I perform as Sunday Comes Afterwards, which is a Rebecca Black reference, and I'll get to that in a bit, I think. But yeah, I'm a ukulele solo performer. I have too many ukuleles because that's the way of things. You start with one. They start with
No
the cheap
such
one.
thing.
They're like cats.
Yes, exactly. Next thing you know, you've got like 10, and
You keep buying them till you find the one that sits on your lap.
Yep.
Yeah. I also run the Jersey City Ukulele Meetup. So that's
Oh, where
fun.
is that? Sorry.
The Jersey City Ukulele Meetup. We
Jersey City.
used to meet
Cool.
in person. These days it's on Zoom. The first Saturday of the month, so earlier today. But next one will be the first Saturday of June if anybody's interested. 2 p.m. Go to meetup.com, search for or go to jerseycityuke.club.
Okay.
You can find us there.
Somebody will put it on the chat too. So.
Yeah. Trying to think what else. Yeah, I don't know. By day I'm a copy editor. By night I'm an aspiring geek folk artist.
Yay.
Sarah, you were actually at my first ever performance in front of people who were paying to be there.
I didn't know that was your first ever. Oh
yeah.
wow! I mean, I don't. Was
that one with the double clicks?
Yes.
I think so. Like
Yeah.
in a basement in New York City, like Midtown Manhattan. It was very like, where is this place? Very, very secretive, very exclusive.
Yeah.
But
You-
yeah,
you-
that was great.
Yeah, you absolutely would not know Baby Castles was there unless you were specifically looking for it. And,
That's what it was called. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, we're gonna pop off the screen and let you take the stage and share with everybody your music. So everybody, put your emojis together for Sunday Comes Afterwards.
Thank you. Oh, and Adam was there.
Hilarious.
Cool. Okay, so this is. Okay, so I wrote this early in 2017. I was trying to write a positive song, and this is what came out. This is a simple little song to sing throughout the land. It's not trying to be bold, it's not trying to be grand. It's not a song that's clever or filled with highs and lows. It's a simple little song, and this is how it goes. La 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 la. It distracts me from the coming neo-Nazi juggernaut. It's a simple little song, you can sing it if you try. When I do, I don't remember that we're gonna frickin' die. La 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 It's hard to write a simple song in dark and troubled times. I want it light and fluffy, but there's too much on my mind. I want it to be happy, maybe wistful at the most, but I smell the smoke around us and it's clear that we're all toast. This is a simple little song, it was meant for everyone. And like our whole republic, I guess it's almost done. I hope it makes you happy and cuts right through the gloom as we hold our heads up high and go bravely to our doom. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Thank you. So I see Adam over in chat is asking if there's a Stevani reference missed. Yes, Stevani is actually my name. It is legally my name, my birth certificate and everything. I'm trans and I got to choose, so why not? So yeah, other things that are important to me, apart from Steven Universe, we are approaching the best time of the year, and because it is now the 1st of May, which is a different holiday entirely, and therefore means it's almost May 10th, which is my birthday. If no one remembers your birthday, of course that's a terrible shame. But if no one remembers your birthday, you've only yourself to blame. So strike up the band and spread the word. Take on the challenge with strength. People should know of your birthday, and my birthday is May 10th. The world offers lots of distractions. There's day jobs and night school and debt. If you want folks to honor your birthday, then you must make it hard to forget. So take out an ad in the New York Times. Promotion is never a crime. People should know of your birthday, and mine's at the 5 and dime. 'Cause this is not some kind of test for family, friends, and frenemies. If we want cake, we must refresh most everybody's memories. We all deserve one day a year, and we are celebrated because we do exist, because our parents procreated. And if no one remembers your birthday, it's not that they mean to do wrong, but it's hard to keep track of all birthdays unless they've been put in a song. So pick up your uke and write a few lines. If they're not very good, that's okay. People should know of your birthday. My birthday's the 10th of May. Yes, hire a pilot to write in the sky. Don't fear getting carried away. People should know of your birthday. My birthday's the 10th of May. So, yeah. When I was born, my grandfather called me the nickel and dime kid because 5/10, May 10th. So that kind of inspired that. So yeah, I mentioned before, I perform as Sunday Comes Afterwards, which is, of course, from the immortal Rebecca Black song Friday. And I mean, I took that partly because, frankly, the song is an earworm, and whether you care for it or not, it is good at what it does. And also, I really didn't care for the way Rebecca Black was treated by the internet. And as somebody who was going into becoming an internet musician, I kind of felt like this was sort of puzzily tying into all that, basically. And this is sort of my attempt at reclaiming that, I guess, in a way. And anyway, so I ended up writing a song about all that. The internet's a place that can foster creativity. You can write and share your music if that is your proclivity. But others value insults. You leave no stone unthrown. It makes you wanna turn off your computer and your phone. Sunday comes afterwards. Sunday comes afterwards. Sometimes it seems the comments are filled with awful churls. That pride yourselves on bullying a 13-year-old girl. But we'll keep on singing in spite of the buffoons. The lack of decency is worse than auto-tune. Sunday comes afterwards. Sunday comes afterwards. Yesterday was Thursday. Today is Friday. We so excited. Sunday comes afterwards. Perhaps it makes you feel good to vent all of your peak, but doesn't make you clever, and we'll still be here next week. Sunday comes afterwards. Sunday comes afterwards. If you don't like my music or think well of my voice, just scroll through the sidebar and make another choice, or put out something of your own. It doesn't hurt to cry, but if you like my message, then join my battle cry. Sunday comes afterwards. Sunday comes afterwards. Fun, 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 fun. Looking forward to the weekend. Sunday comes afterwards. Thank you. So, okay, this one is a song about Harry Potter, which is a thing I have complicated feelings about at this point. Dolores Umbridge cares about the children. She cherishes and protects them. But evil werewolves call her a werf, so she has no choice but to hex them. She doesn't really hate werewolves, not real weirs anyway. But so many are fakers or hateful or confused that all of them have to pay. Dolores Umbridge cares about the children. She hates that they have such struggles. She wants to keep them all safe at night by imprisoning all of the muggles. And she's always on her guard for pretenders like muggle-born squibs and half-giants. They look like real people, I mean real wizards, and she won't take their nasty defiance. Dolores Umbridge cares about the children, just as the magic ministry. It's just that the brats are deceitful and wrong, so kindness would be cruelty. Hooray for Dolores Umbridge, please don't make her sad. Three cheers for Dolores Umbridge, the best headmistress Hogwarts ever had. Dolores Umbridge cares about the children. Haters call that pure violence, but she is powerful and knows how to write, and she won't let herself be silenced. So don't ever mess with Umbridge. Don't call her hateful and controlling, for she's sweet and kind and reasonable. JK, don't get her rolling. JK, don't get her rolling. JK, don't get her rolling. Yeah, that's called Werf Wars. Okay, continuing on through the month. I also should mention that I have a mailing list on my website. My website is at www.sundaycomesafterwards.com or sunday.band. Sign up for my mailing list and you'll find out about things like, for instance, the fact that I'm going to be in Quarantinapalooza tonight. Well, okay, a bit late for that one. But also I have an album that's going to be coming out probably in June. And if you want to know, the details on that, you can get on there and you can find out, or hit me up on social media and whatnot. I don't know if there are any Terry Pratchett fans in the chat, but this is a song from Night Watch, if I recall correctly. It's a song for the glorious 25th of May. All the little angels rise up, rise up. All the little angels rise up high. How do they rise up, rise up, rise up? How do they rise up high? They rise heads up, heads up, heads up. They rise heads up high. They rise heads up, heads up, heads up. They rise heads up high. this is an old soldiers marching song, so the idea is it can go on forever. Oh, thank you. So, as I mentioned before, I run a ukulele meetup. So, if you happen to have a ukulele within range, or a guitar, or anything else like that, you can feel free to join in with me on this one. I have the chords up in the corner. This one is basically just going to be C, D minor, F, back to C. Now, I was actually not entirely certain which drum along to do because I was kind of torn. On the one hand, I wanted to do something really hopeful and positive and cheerful, like, Don't Worry, Be Happy by Bobby McFerrin. And then on the other hand, things are not necessarily that great, and I wanted to do something that would be cathartic and get the angst out, like, What's Up by Four Non Blondes. And then I realized I don't have to choose. They're the exact same song. So. Just to get it all out, what's in my head, and I am feeling just a little peculiar. And I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high and I scream at the top of my lungs, what's going on? And I say, hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I say, hey, what's going on? And I said, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, ba-da-da, ba-da, bum. Don't worry, ba-da, 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 bum. Be happy, ba-da, ba-da, bum. 25 years and my life is still trying to get up that great big hill of hope. Four non-blondes make it oh so bleak. Don't worry, be happy. So, give me one moment on that. Thank you. Okay, what else did I have here? Oh, I'm not sure this is a good idea or not, but why not? So I saw Spice World. Thank you. I saw Spice World for the first time ever today, and that is definitely a movie. It's actually like 10 different movies wrapped into one. I honestly do not understand how it got made, but I'm kind of grateful it was. So I am going to attempt to do Spice Girls. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I did also do it in my live stream most recently, but speaking of which, I have my own live stream I've been doing for the pandemic. I'm way less ambitious than you guys. I've been doing one a month on the 4th Sunday of the month, usually, for only 1 hour. But anyway, let's try this. Candlelight and soul, forever dream of you and me together. Say you believe it, say you believe it. Free your mind of doubt and danger, be for real, don't be a stranger. We can achieve it, we can achieve it. Come a little bit, sorry, let me put on my glasses. Come a little bit closer, baby, get it on, 'cause tonight is the night when two become one. I need some love like I never loved before. Had a little love, now I'm back for more. Set your spirit free, it's the only way to be. Silly games that you were playing, empty words we both were saying. Let's work it out, boy. Let's work it out, boy. Once again, if we endeavor, love will bring us back together. Take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. Or as good as I remember, baby. Get it on, 'cause tonight is the night when two become one. I need some love like I never needed love before. I had a little love, now I'm back for more. Set your spirits free, it's the only way to be. Oh, wow. Be a little bit wiser, baby. Put it on, 'cause tonight is the night when two become one. I need some love like I never needed love before. Wanna make love to you, baby. Had a little love, now I'm back for more. Wanna make love to you, baby. Set your spirits free. It's the only way to be. It's the only way to be. Yeah, thank you. Okay, I've still got time for a couple more, actually. You know what? Sure, let's do this one. This one basically is, thank you. This is a song about me being earwormed and trying to get passed it on to everybody else also. Actually, let me put my baritone ukulele for this one. Hang on. I hope it doesn't completely throw off the sound mix, but it probably will, but whatever. Am I doing this right? Sorry. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Oh, okay. Sorry. I had the wrong chords down here. Yeah, you know what? No, I'm going back to the soprano. Sorry about that. Welcome to live theater, folks. You okay? Okay, one more time. On the first part of the journey, we were headed off to Bree. Tom Bombadil kept rescuing us from Uncle Bilbo's ring. We got to the prancing pony, met a ranger with a hilt, but another human, Boromir, would take on a lot of guilt. I've walked into Mordor bearing Hitler's bane, though the burden was really a strain. Couldn't take an eagle or even a plane, 'cause the eye of Sauron would notice a plane. La la on the subway. I wanted to get some food. I didn't want a pizza or anything barbecued. Those things are nice, they would suffice, but I wasn't in the mood. I hit Happy Garden, got a quart of lo mein, and a fortune that was not arcane. Said be good to yourself if you want to be sane. I had it in bed and I laughed like a drain. La la la, la 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 la. I was strumming my ukulele and the song wouldn't let me be. The heat was hot, there were rocks and things, it's a poor excuse for poetry. But the pattern gets into everything and your mind just knocks about. And no matter what you wanna sing, this is what comes out. I sing like Teen Spirit on a horse with Cobain. No, hang on, that wasn't it. I called in a plumber and she'll clean out the drain. I had gone to the silos where I keep all my grain. We're off to the wizard cause I don't have a brain. I tried out for Hamlet, got the role of the Dane. I went to the barber, now my horse is domain. This 2-chord song is stuck in my brain, so I'm getting it out such a shame. The sequence of lyrics is a terrible pain, and now all of you get to hear me complain. La la la, la 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 la. Okay, so I'm going to do one last one. It's really short. This is, I insincerely apologize to everybody who's watching that. Okay, this is an old Italian classic. It's called That's Amore. When an eel to begin has a long dorsal fin, that's amore. When it bends not with claws but pharyngeal jaws, that's amore. Round the reef, hope it stays brief, cause it better not linger. Though it's crude, if you're in the mood and they think you're food, they might bite off your finger. When its skin is quite thick and with mucus it's slick, that's amore. Sometimes toxic, they say, eating one's a bad way you can go. Were they in a cartoon, then they might have been voiced by June Foray. Pardon me, but you see, in the deeps of the sea, that's amore. Thank you. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Funny. Oh, so I have a question. Do you ever do that 2-chord song with a different 2 chords?
That particular one, no. I mean, it is not as such, no. I mean, I actually am using 4 in the course of the song. I'm kind of cheating in that regard, but...
Oh, no! You poser!
Yeah. But no, it's generally the same ones. The only difference is on the baritone, they're shaped differently, and I forgot which ones are supposed to be there, and usually I have scribbled down someplace and had the wrong...
Yeah, no, I get it. I don't have as many ukuleles as you, but I still get confused just with the 2 that I do have. But so if folks want to follow you on the things, are you on Bandcamp?
Yeah. So yeah, I'm on Twitter as Sunday Comes Next. I'm basically everywhere else as Sunday Comes Afterwards. Oh, did I? I see. Zoom's covering it up. So basically, I'm on Facebook as Sunday Comes Afterwards. On Bandcamp, it's sundaycomesafterwards.bandcamp.com. I currently have a Christmas EP up there, specifically for Christmas in quarantine, so it's really only relevant to this past Christmas, hopefully. But if you want to indulge in the nostalgia of Christmas 2020, you can get that EP. And
go back to the darker times.
Yeah. And like I said, there will be an album. There'll be an announcement shortly as to exactly when that album will be, but sometime in June.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, for sure. Let us know, and we'd love to have you back.
Thank you.
Yeah. And
actually, the Double Clicks are producing an album, so it's actually going to be good.
Yay! That's so wonderful. Yay, Laser is fantabulous, and Aubrey. Super cool. All right. Are we ready for some games?
I think so. I'm ready for some
You
games.
are invited if you'd like to stick around, please.
I would love to.
Okay, fantastic. So we're gonna invite now Rissy, and we're gonna invite Blythe and Mananda, wherever she. Oh, here she is.
I see Natalie's hanging around. I wonder if
I
Natalie
think
and Connor are
Dr.
gonna join
Lemanski
us.
might be joining us. Yeah, we're gonna do some games. Is the audio still on, Daniel, or are you?
He's clicking a lot of buttons.
Audio still on. Okay, got it. I will just keep talking then. In that case, yeah. Next week you can also join us again.
Oh, what is going on next week? I have literally
so
no
next
idea.
week is Michael Thomas Ford.
Oh, holy shit! I need to listen to his books.
Yes, Michael Thomas Ford. He's a young adult author, LGBTQ.
In his own words, I believe, famous to librarians.
He's very famous to librarians. Yes.
For his queer young adult books, right?
Yes.
So I need to listen to some of those between now and then, which is going to be hard because the new Murderbot novella just came out.
I know, choices. Well, Murderbot author is not coming on the show next week, so you should focus on Michael Thomas Ford. Also, a great book was I Read Lily. I like that one a lot. And
I downloaded Lily, and I downloaded never mind.
Suicide Notes.
Suicide Notes.
Yeah.
Suicide Notes. Yeah. So I'll try to get through those two this coming week.
Yeah. So he's going to be on our show for the interview next week, and musical guest Sam Mulligan is going to be joining us. He also
Mulligan. I love him. I love him. Sorry, go.
Also was on the show, probably maybe a little less than a year ago.
What a delightful human being.
Yeah. Does he go by another band name, or is he Sam Mulligan?
He's Sam Mulligan.
He is.
He is Sam Mulligan.
Okay.
That's his band.
I had
He's in another band. He's in the Electric Street Queens.
Right. Yeah. No, I know that's not them.
Which is like a 70s punk thing, but then his chiptunes thing is just Sam Mulligan.
Sam Mulligan. Okay. Yeah, I had a minor panic stroke when I was booking, and I was like, is this an artist name? Is this a moniker?
Nope,
I don't know.
But
he if you remember the artist that was on our show previously who sang a lot about pizza, that was Sam, and he will be back, and we're gonna have to talk about pizza because I feel like I've eaten
more songs about pizza, by the way. More songs.
He's the Guinness Book record holder in songs about pizza.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I could just say that and it must be true. But yeah, we need to talk about how much pizza I've eaten this entire year. I feel like I've eaten more pizza just weekly. It used to be like a treat or like a Friday thing, and then it just turned into, I don't know,
3 days a week.
Yeah. Sometimes lunch, sometimes dinner,
yeah,
sometimes breakfast. It was just got a little out of hand. Nothing is fun.
Okay, so yeah, cool. Next weekend is gonna be great. I have some homework to do.
We do, because you might be on your own.
Oh yeah, these two are getting their second shot. What is it, the day of or the day before?
The day before.
The day before. So yeah, May 7th, we'll be getting our shot around 1-ish.
It might just be me and the
1 p.m.
cats, and they're gonna be passed out in the other room. I don't know.
We'll see.
We're gonna find out. I'll be like, Michael Thomas Ford, what's up?
Oh yeah, I feel. I'll pull myself up on my bootstraps, depending on how feverish my bootstraps are, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's happening. What else? We're friends.
I don't know. Maybe
we could just play.
We wait for them to show up. Daniel, do you have any videos on deck so we can go pee and stuff?
Oh yeah. Could we do one video and then come back? And if they're not back, we are gonna play with them. There's 5 of us? There's 3 in one screen. It's amazing.
Yeah. No, we got this handled. All right.
You woke up dressed and made it out alive. It's an accomplishment. Someone says just smile. So you punch them in the face metaphorically. Close your eyes, take a breath, grit your teeth. You could just disappear, never say goodbye. But then you live in fear of what it's like to die. And some don't understand why you need those pills. and you can't shake it off. Why you never will. When you're loved more than you could know, you feel like you're on your
Are we
own.
back
On the
to
dirt, in
game
the
time?
dark of the deepest hole. Your brain is an asshole.
We're on a pee break.
Oh, okay. I saw that it said start your video, and so I wasn't sure if it was time.
You're a professional. Ask
Is
to
Connor
play
joining
the
us?
lead. Paralyzed, but all their eyes are focused on your feet. And each decision is left to second guess. It's all too much, yet not enough, and it sits upon your chest. If you're watching the clock at dawn, and you can't turn the TV off when you can't sing along to your favorite song, your brain is an asshole. Oh, 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 oh. No, we are not special because of our disease. It's just nice to get along and have a song that we can sing about your brain, my brain, our brain. The asshole. Oh, 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 oh. And you're loved more than you could know, but you feel like you're on your own, on the dirt, in the dark, the deepest hole. Your brain is an asshole. Oh, 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 oh,
We're ready. Yeah, ready for some games. Emails. Yay.
Is this a cell phone sort of game?
This is a
Yes.
cell phone
Yeah.
sort of game. Are you familiar with the Jackbox games, Natalie?
Very.
Stefani, are you?
Yep.
Okay.
We would squish closer to all fit on screen, but we have kittens between us, so we need to be.
Oh, the kittens come first.
Oh, that works.
Kittens come first. Sunday comes afterwards. There we go.
Yes.
Absolutely. I really enjoyed the explanation for Sunday comes afterwards. Like,
Yeah.
that was cool. Where's Rissy? Rissy! We can't see her.
Molly Lewis says Stefani is a Jackbox shark.
Oh.
Oh.
Sure, go ahead and build me up, Molly.
They will shark you with puns.
Uh-oh. I mean, I believe that. And
Yeah, drawing I'm not so great on those, so you may have an advantage there.
No, I don't think
don't-
any of us do. So
I feel like with Drawful, it is when you are too literal or too good at it, it just becomes a hindrance because everybody gets it, and then it's impossible to find the one it actually is.
I feel like you're best if you're sort of okay.
It's sort of okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like being human.
Hey, Daniel,
right?
that's a tagline. You're best if you're sort of okay.
Daniel, you're not doing enough right now. Could you also put it in the Discord on taglines? Oh, let me sign in. Oh, we don't have a site. Sorry. Never mind.
I like how we're starting with Jackbox, just so we don't spend the whole night doing What the Dub again.
Oh, have either Natalie or Stefani, have you played What the Dub yet?
No, I
have not.
haven't.
It's Jackbox. It's not a Jackbox game, but it is Jackbox-esque. and very excellent. I found it on Switch, but I guess it's on Steam too. But it's of the same party game variety, but with it's kind of like MST3K and Quiplash. Like you get little snippets of B reels of movies, and you have to fill in the blanks, and it's quite charming. Especially when the robot voice reads whatever your caption was.
Yeah, it's pretty
great.
great.
That quite a bit. Oh, so much purple on screen tonight.
I like it.
Okay, here we go.
I like all the purple.
Draw a picture of yourself. Did you do it already?
I mean, I'm just a $sign. It's so easy. Kesha.
Do you like mine? Where I tried to draw something and it was really bad, so I scribbled it out and wrote "sorry, bad." Yes, also that.
It does look kind of like a brain with a stinger.
That's
yeah, it does.
There was a stinger involved, but it did not. The rest of it.
Were you drawing a portrait of Natalie as a bee?
No, I was trying to draw a bee with a really big ass, and it didn't work out. So I scribbled.
Oh, that seems pretty on brand for you.
A big ass bee.
A big ass bee, but I overestimated my abilities and took it all back.
So
I would like to clarify that the lines there are like movement lines, like it's flying and not that it's peeing.
Thank you for that clarification.
Yeah, that's good.
Nope.
No
peeing.
shame if it was peeing.
Yeah.
I have a question. When you looked up Natalie's papers, is that like a special like doctorate thing that you can do, or can anyone just like
Do you want
look
to
up?
put this down? You don't have to cradle your beer.
I like cradling my beer. I find comfort with it.
There's a magical place called PubMed,
Okay.
and you can just type in someone's name. But you can. I'm sure you're probably also on like Google Scholar, and all your papers are probably linked there. But your name is unique enough that I could look it up. With Natalie Lemanski B, and a bunch of stuff came up. So I can show you if you don't care.
I don't care.
I know. So that's why I won't actually do that. I could show you. How about that? That is yeah.
So Stefani, you mentioned you're an editor by day. What do you edit?
I'm a copy editor. I actually that's slightly interesting story in that I kind of just quit my day job, but I need to find another.
Ooh.
Well, well, I mean, it's a long story, and I don't know that I want to get into it on a live stream necessarily, but
Fair enough.
Yeah. Nope. Nothing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But mostly, I mean, mostly nonfiction stuff or educational in one sense or another. I'm very good at it, actually. So if anybody's looking to hire a copy editor, proofreader, fact checker, researcher, I happen to be available.
There you go.
Basically, Quipaloo is like LinkedIn.
Yeah.
I
It's the
mean,
same
But
thing,
just for 24 people.
but they're very exclusive.
but it's like
Now 25 people.
but for like artsy / sciencey people, or so
That is
we are for
literally our
artsy
brand.
/ sciencey
Yeah,
people.
that's what we do.
Oh, everyone's in. Does anybody have it? Everyone's
They
in.
call it STEAM, the science, technology, engineering, art, and math.
yeah, because it used to be STEM, but now
Oh.
Yeah.
STEAM because they
STEAM.
added art to it.
Oh, thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Thanks for adding art to that.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware.
Include the
What's
importance of the
left-
art.
What's been left out?
History, social studies.
Yeah. Yeah. History apparently not as important as art and math.
Or some dude whose name is probably Chad. Draw a picture on your device that would have that title. And when you're
Oh
done,
no.
hit send.
Not
You'll get
if you
points
look
for
at
each player
the
that
way
can
this
correctly
country-
guess your
well,
title.
yeah, I know.
So, go, do it.
How am I?
And hey, it's never too late to join the audience. Or actually, sometimes it is too late, but it's not too late yet.
is getting what this is. Oh.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
This is not gonna be pretty, you guys.
No, mine wasn't.
Oh, mine is horrifying.
Mine is disturbing. If we can see Rizzy.
Now that I've got all your drawings.
How do I
oh,
listen to it
that's
as well?
fun.
You can hear me too. I just had to restart everything.
Welcome.
Your stream,
Hello. Yeah, I had to restart the whole
Oh,
computer.
okay.
The prompt for this drawing
Okay.
could be.
I think. I'm not sure. Hmm.
You're gonna ask, and I don't want to talk about it.
And here are
You
your
had that.
choices.
What the fuck
One
is
of
that
them
look in your
is the
face?
real
No, I was trying to read the chat. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Jeez.
Hmm. Oh no. Okay, I see that one.
I'm just gonna go for the one I want it to be.
Yeah, I think that makes the most sense, probably.
Yeah.
Me looking for a seat? I'll get you. I'll get you.
I mean,
No, that's true though. That's exactly how I would look
They-
for a seat.
they
I'm
did,
so.
they did get your Muppety arms really well. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
In your weird pickle head.
It's.
It is a very pickly head.
If you suck on it, it will store your electrolyte levels.
They do sort of look like marbles.
I think I have failed horribly.
Natalie, I just that's the one I wanted it to be. Even if it-
Yeah. Boss lunch.
Ooh.
Hmm. He seems too concerned to have merely lost
I
his
drew
lunch.
this. I'm sorry.
Mm.
Oops.
Mm.
I did.
I wanted it to be that one.
What?
That's a
Don't tell me that's a cat.
Oh,
No,
it's
I
a
tried to draw a
book.
book, and it's a much better cat, actually.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was a bomb.
I'm off to a good start here.
It looks like a couple of coins that like you're a frustrated busker.
Yeah, you're just like, is that all I get for my art?
All right. Next one. Type in a
Oh, my.
convincing title.
Meow?
That's a real good chest.
Just be putting it.
You made it.
Yeah.
I didn't draw that. I didn't know what the idea originally. Yes.
Look at this little nugget.
Yeah, thank you.
Hurry up, people.
Sorry,
Just
folks. The
type
real show's
something
happening
in.
down here. Not here, over here.
No, you mentioned that earlier. There's no show going on down here.
Nah,
Nothing
it's
over
done.
here. It's over
Over
here.
and out.
Here are your choices.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I see the meerkats now.
Long cat is long.
Could be
Wow.
almost any of these.
Wow.
It really could.
Huh.
I like.
I'm panicking.
Oh. Okay. Who picked what?
It is a very long cat.
Yeah.
I really wanted it to be elongated squid cat.
Yeah.
I could definitely see that. I just didn't think it was like that.
Ball octopus cat.
Oh.
Because that was exactly where my mind went. I was like, long squid cat? Long octopus cat?
No. Is it meerkat?
Is it meerkat?
Would that be plural? Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh.
And now, this
Oh
one.
no.
Huh.
Oh no.
Is you?
Yeah.
Did you do this? It's your fault.
I'm so
Whoa.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh my.
Yep. Yep.
Mm.
I mean, it's fairly simple.
Is it?
I mean, someone's having a bad day because they don't get ice cream and there's the dinosaur.
Oh.
Yes, and then instead they both just leave the princess and marry each other.
Oh.
Yeah.
Quick, type in anything.
Really? Oh.
And here are your
I like that. That's kind of beautiful.
Sure has
It does look like me with the bald head.
It's a
No,
circle.
they all have bald heads.
Like with
It's a stick figure. You think every stick figure is you?
huh.
Have you seen me? Look at this. Look at this bald, round head.
Ah!
Oh man. I want to say that during the ride at Jurassic Park is a terrible time to dump someone.
Mm.
And then you have to run from dinosaurs together. Yeah.
I mean,
pick something.
Oh.
But wait, for real, everything's about me, right?
And
No.
here are
Yeah.
your picks.
Everything is about bees.
I like that. Yum.
I like that one.
Yeah. I really wanted that to be the
Yes!
pivot. Oh shit!
It's okay.
At least
Oh my god!
here's
I
like
actually got it.
your thing was pretty close. The T-Rex is a bad wedding guess. Like that was pretty close.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It was supposed to be like a thumbs down, but
Oh.
but Chrissy, you're right. It does look like an ice cream cone.
Okay.
Or a cock and a ball.
And now,
See, I thought he was sad because he was being like sacrificed to the dinosaur.
Yeah.
Oh my. That is very sensual.
hey, I'm serious. Time is up.
Hey.
Okay, here are your choices.
Hmm.
Oh, I thought those were like the stubs of lip liners.
Mm.
Of course you did.
See, See, this is when it's bad to be too good because they're all very similar.
They are all very similar, yeah. The candy corn really came through.
One of those is the exact same thing I typed in and was told I couldn't do that.
I got that as well.
I got that as well.
So,
And
it's like, is that because it was right or because somebody else wrote it?
Yeah.
Yep.
We don't know.
Let's find out.
Seems yummy. Alright.
Yeah, that's the first thing I entered.
That's the second thing I entered because the first thing I entered was already taken. So.
Oh, it's a burden.
Is it delicious candy corn?
It's delicious. That's what I
Oh.
That's the one I wrote!
Yeah.
delicious candy corn, huh?
That's a good
Must
drawing of
exist in
delicious
some
candy.
Yeah.
weird
Like, look at
alternate
the boy in
universe.
that.
Look at that.
Like I literally
tongue.
put that in and it was like, this is too close to the real answer or somewhere only put it. So I'm like, I hope. Right. Well done. Well done.
I don't know why I'm winning this. It's probably because I'm a white man.
Let's take a look at it.
It always is.
We're gonna have to. We should just have an interview with you about that. Like,
Oh
what's
no.
it like, Michael?
Well,
What's it
it's
like
like
being
a
a white
fucking drug.
Yeah.
Oh, this one is definitely living in the panopticon. Michelle Foucault approves.
I'm just gonna laugh like I get all your references.
There's no privacy.
You came out. You came out a little Italian. No, the panopticon. I don't have no privacy. I'm flying to the moon.
I have no idea about the rest.
You know,
Come on, typing time.
I'm so sorry. I can only draw cats and bees.
I
And
feel like
here are your choices.
What? Pubes or pubies, as the Romans would say.
Ooh. I can see where a lot of these come from. I certainly hope that's not what pubes look like under a microscope.
Each pube is a tiny teddy bear, and when
Tiny
you fluff one, then you're killing off your ability to care for things.
Oh, that's so sad.
Let's see what people pick.
Oh god, that is not for children.
that's a tagline.
Yeah,
Right? Mix up this here portfolio.
it does. No.
There.
I don't know how to
YouTube
use
on
your
my
phone.
phone.
I don't know how to use your phone.
It's
Someone-
like herpes.
Oh,
Well done.
Yes.
wow, nice job.
Like that's a lot of points you got there.
I want to say for scientists, I have no idea what microscopes look like. I was like, I think there's it's got kind of like a tube and a
Yeah.
stand, and it's got like a bottom part.
Put in your
Yeah.
titles. Nah.
Not like that, but I don't know what you meant.
Yeah, it was kind of in there, in the realm of microscope-like objects.
I know, I'm trying. Look, I have a phone
It
that I
could have been
don't know how to use.
But go back to the game. You don't.
Doing my best.
It could have been a scanning, tunneling electron microscope.
Yeah.
You know, like those guys.
That's not what that looks like. Come on now.
I mean, clearly, it was a great gorilla.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
You
what's
know.
up.
I finally got rid of YouTube though.
Hurry up, people. Just type something in. And here are your choices.
Oh. Triumph is wonderful.
I was,
Oh, please.
I hope it's that.
the Arc de Triomphe.
I mean,
Wow.
Blue pants, nice pants. Pants. Dirt pants, prison pants. Empty
Blue
pants.
pants.
Prison
keep,
pants.
keep reading them for us.
Arc de
Keep
Triomphe.
Arc
Okay.
de Triomphe.
Striped pants.
Basketball game.
Basketball game. Football
Oh.
game.
Select an answer. Come on. Oh, okay. Who picked what?
I appreciate the knowing how to spell Arc de Triomphe.
That must have been a classy player.
Yeah. Huh.
I'm pretty sure it was a
Stripe.
Oh, no, sir. Getting.
Oh. Was it prison pajamas?
Come on, Arc de Triomphe.
No, I liked it. It's actually, it should be DE space Triomphe. It's not D apostrophe. Because
Oh, that's right.
with the D apostrophe before a vowel.
Oh, prison pajamas.
Uh-huh. Prison pajamas.
I should have known it was pajamas. Prison pants would just be too normal.
Yes.
Up next.
Whoa.
Oh. Why am I creeped out by this?
The mustache.
Whoa.
Oh.
Wait, that's what that is? Now you're helping, sort of.
Ring? Is it like... On the bottom part makes sense, but the top part is confusing.
Huh.
Hmm.
Quick, type in anything. Oh.
I don't know.
Here are your choices.
Oh, God.
Huh.
Mustache phone.
Mustache cone. Is that a mustache? Oh, man. Ringtone? Mustache phone?
Mush, 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 mush. Mustache phone.
There's too many. Too many echoes.
It's throwing me off.
Oh, come on, pick one.
Natalie, you have the
And here are
best
your
background
picks.
I've ever seen in my life.
Isn't it great?
Yeah.
It's also a little creepy sometimes because I'm like, is she okay? Does she need to know that there are big bees behind her?
Like giant ones.
Oh, no way.
Are they your bees?
No. Alas, no. I don't think I'm this good at videography.
Wow, Menando. What was with the lips and stuff?
I have questions, but
Yeah.
I also had
Oh.
questions about Willy's Wonderland. That was genius.
Next
I mean,
up,
that was also genius, but
Huh.
Oh.
Okay, here are your choices.
So I don't know how to play poker. So I don't really know.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of echo.
I am too.
Yep.
Is it me?
It's not you if you haven't changed anything.
You're all the only ones hearing it, though. That's weird.
Oh.
Really, I'm hearing you echo as well.
Just tap any button.
I hear an echo of my own voice.
Can I hear everybody
And
else echo?
Here are your picks.
And me.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is probably my fault somehow. I don't even know.
What's your?
I don't know, the echo.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well done.
It seems like a good hand. It's got aces.
Yeah.
Unless.
Cheating at cards.
Yeah, I was trying for an ace up the sleeve.
Oh!
Yeah.
I didn't get that.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Well done.
Well
Well
done.
done, everyone.
Good show. Good show.
Good show. Very nice.
Indeed.
Shall we do one more? Yes.
Can I vote for what the dub?
Yes. You can vote. We can all vote.
You're like,
Or
yeah.
whatever.
You can also shut the fuck up.
I don't think.
No, we can do two more. What is it? 9:30? We typically go till 10, but if you guys need to peace out, please don't feel any pressure to hang out. But we're gonna play two more games.
Okay. I might need to peace out and go eat some food.
Play with the dub.
Sure. Play with the dub. I can play one more.
You probably need to
Oh,
nurse
oh.
Connor back to health, so I
I
understand.
might, yeah. I can play one more. He's giving me permission.
What did Michael say?
I'm aiming to nurse you back to health. Quite possibly.
Hi, Connor.
I would come over, but Clyde's on my lap.
Yeah, he is apologizing that he wouldn't come over here, but Clyde is on his lap, so he obviously can't move.
That's
Clyde's
understandable.
probably afraid of the bees, so.
That's part
Yeah.
of the rules in this house. If there's a cat.
Last time Natalie scared Clyde when he was on his lap. He
Bad things.
yeah.
So what are we playing?
I see that Connor's at peak Connor right now.
Yeah. Injured and covered in Clyde, yeah.
Connor doesn't want to play with us.
No.
Hey, buddy.
All
No more. I've rejected you from my body. Actually, I guess you're still in my body. You're just not making it out of my body.
Yeah, I'm just going into your gut somewhere.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Nah, I like it.
Yeah, where do they go?
Right?
Right?
They just like dump into your abdomen.
Like they gotta go somewhere.
Yeah.
Where do all the
They
sperms
just
go?
ground it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
never
does
thought
that
of
just
that.
mean there's like a tube that's just open and just like spewing.
It's better than spewing in other places, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. But maybe your body kind of resorbs it.
I think so.
Well, you become so your body does not recognize your gametes, apparently.
Okay.
It's like, ooh, this.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
you develop
New phone,
some
who
sort
dis?
of immunoresponse to them, which is why you can't easily reverse a vasectomy because
Really?
your body starts recognizing your own sperm as an invasive
Really?
like cell. Yeah.
Oh.
Right. Yeah,
As
because
it-
it's not you, it's only half of whatever. And so
Yeah.
once it starts
you.
just spurting into your body, like you develop an immune response
That's not.
to it.
I
And it
wish you
starts
hadn't used
killing.
that word.
Weird.
Yeah, so that's why you can't really easily reverse a vasectomy because your body sees it as a
See?
virus or something.
This is why we are an educational
Foreign
show.
invader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing over there, man?
The immune system is vast, ancient, and real fucking weird.
Yeah.
It really is. It's such a strange
Just like your
machinery.
mom. Oh.
Yes.
I'm sure her mom is a very nice lady. I've never met your mom. Is she?
I've met her.
Waiting
Oh.
on you.
Sorry, look.
While you're
I was concentrated on sperm.
yammering away over
Yep.
here about your sperm.
Yep.
Them sperms, dough.
I never knew that. I just assumed once they cut the piping, it was hard to put it back together.
Nah. Sometimes
It's
it'll
not-
spontaneously reconnect.
They can put it
Oh.
back together, but your own body then starts attacking your sperm, and so it's not that viable.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's why you freeze it first, just in case.
Yeah.
I did not do that because fuck children.
Yep.
Don't
or that.
fuck children, actually.
No.
Don't say that.
Don't.
And this is, we didn't mean it. And this is not that show. Please
Josh
No
don't-
one-
Duggar is going to jail for forever to federal
No,
prison
you-
because of that.
Yes. Yes, he
No
is.
one.
Oh, Jesus.
Fuck children.
Ah.
You sure are lucky you're a white guy.
It's true. There's so many things.
am.
Yeah, you can get away with that.
Have you guys seen that TikTok of a dude being chased around by somebody in a hockey mask who's just like, bah, bah, and while he's singing about the consequences of his own actions to the tune of In the Hall of the Mountain King?
No.
No.
I don't.
No.
Look, here comes a consequence,
Somehow
consequences of my actions chasing after me.
That
It's
sounds
just some
delightful.
random person in the background with a hockey mask, like Jason from the slasher movies, going, rah, rah.
I have not seen that, no.
I need to find that then so I can share it.
Yeah.
It's too fucking good.
I've usually seen all the things.
I'm not.
Nope.
Everybody in?
Yeah, I'm not anymore.
It's a weird circus song. It's a weird circus song. I think he's just trying to like remind you of clowns.
Yeah, I think so.
And now for a little thing we call Quiplash 3, Fartapalooza. You had
Which
your
was the
flipping
other
face
option to
on.
do in this show.
Yeah, hey, if
Yeah.
you're not playing, you can still get in the audience and vote. Put in the room code to join.
Rob
Ready or not,
Aikens
it's
has
round
settled down at the
one.
gates.
You're about to see a couple
Not
of
too late to join the audience.
on your device. Enter your best response for each, then go head to head against another player's best stuff.
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Everyone
Yeah.
else
And
gets
I'm
to vote on their
offended.
favorite.
As well,
Well,
you should
Points
be.
are scored based on the percentage of people who choose your
Rob
response.
Aikens.
Let's quip.
Didn't you kick him out last time?
Did you kick him out?
Or put him in timeout?
Who, Rob?
Yeah.
Did I do it by accident?
A few weeks ago, didn't you do that? Feel like-
Possible.
Mm. Mm.
Tick-tock, time's almost up. Let's take a peek, shall we?
We shall.
Let's set it off with the sexiest kitchen appliance.
Nice.
Yeah, love it. These are good.
I have had someone give me the weird reaction when I was raving about how much I love my magic bullet. And then I realized I needed to clarify that this is this type of blender.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Just the
Next
leaving
one
the
up.
E off grinder.
First, the Grinch stole Christmas. He went too
Thank you,
far
thank
when he
you.
stole blank.
What the fuck?
And now it's time to
Oh,
vote
I
for
was
your
gonna say
favorite.
my heart with the heart of steel thing. Oh, the longest bunny.
The longest bunny.
Did someone found him?
How dare they steal the longest bunny?
I mean, John Oliver hasn't given an update.
I mean, it was only a week ago.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night, you can find out about John Oliver, maybe.
Without
Whatever
further
became of the
ado,
longest bunny,
the name of a substitute teacher no
Oh, boy.
student would mess
also
with.
known as Bunny Squid.
Now, pick your favorite.
Oh, man.
I like it that that's the name of the teacher.
Hey, Coach Syphilis. Hey.
Hey, Coach Sif.
I mean, people always assume just because his name is Coach Syphilis that he has syphilis, but that's just unfair.
It's just
It's
their
the name
name.
that he was born.
Next up.
Yeah, like
I do love the idea that there's a teacher who not only is bees in a trench coat, but that's their name.
Yeah, a bunch of bees in a trench coat.
It's real. Pick your favorite.
It's like truth in advertising.
No.
Both of this is like, no.
Both seedy and underbelly. It's like,
Well, I mean, seedy.
CD,
I
that's a
love it.
great pun for the vasectomy.
it is.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, that's why I got my vote.
Everyone loves a good pun.
Yeah.
But I
Especially
actually
the
like
vasectomy
the belly part though
I
better.
know, same. Same.
Let's keep it
Yeah,
going.
bees.
No, that
Doctors
was good.
say blank is
Yeah.
not addictive, but you are hooked.
The reward for Darius has been doubled.
Oh.
Favorite quip.
oh, man.
Oh,
Oh, wow, it's good.
Oh, wow.
It's not. It's a popcorn.
I mean,
I literally wish I'd thought of that.
oh yeah, no, those are my green onions that are.
Chrissy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Chrissy.
So good.
So good. Yeah.
Well
If a
done.
friend describes your blind date as interesting, it means blank.
They ugly.
All right, people, it's voting
Aw.
time.
Oh my
Aw.
gosh.
Don't really trust their friends.
If you're letting a friend set you up on a blind date, you should trust them.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
We all
Thank
agree.
you.
Interesting can just mean interesting.
Yeah. I
Next
like
on the
interesting
docket.
people.
Yeah.
My
Nice.
brother
You can
set
give
Sarah and I
to a
up on a
snake.
blind date, and I don't really trust it, but it worked out.
Nobody.
Sarah, blink twice if you want
I
out.
like best.
Neither of us were interesting. And also, I didn't know that it was a setup until after.
These are both
Huh.
good. Just the, like
Does
the.
that count?
I thought you were gonna say you didn't know it was a setup until just now.
I mean, I did.
No, until I got married.
She thought it was a spontaneous meeting. They bumped into each other. Didn't know the entire thing had been arranged.
We went to go play mini golf.
Oh.
Oh.
It's like, oh, let's go play mini golf with this guy.
And with me, it was like, let's go play mini golf with Sarah Donner.
All right,
You
check
should
this
date
out.
her.
That's not how it was
Wine
presented
tasting
to me.
is cheap when the Chardonnay has
Probably
notes
best,
of
because I probably
wine.
just would have been a weird, awkward person.
Okay, everybody, pick your favorite quip.
Again.
No.
Oh.
Both of them.
Oh, dang, man.
Do I need to go rescue my seed start over there?
Yeah.
I like the reference.
We're gonna
Stop ruining everything that's beautiful.
Don't put plants on the floor, Michael.
Ah, parenthood.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes the green onion.
Thank you, audience.
Nice.
Oh,
Hey.
yeah, those
Hey.
were both
That
so
was
good.
really fun. Reminder
It
that
was
those
hard to
all go on
choose.
your permanent record. Let's see the scores.
Oh, my cactus is sad. Did you see it cry?
Round 2 is here, and the points are doubled. So stop talking about round 1 already.
Oh my.
Who knocked that over? Which one of these kittens?
No,
ruined
it was
Kittens.
And it probably was like smooshed
So the reward for Darius is now 2,000 pounds,
Thanks.
and the detectives believe it was stolen to order, and that they're in the process of trying to smuggle it out of the country.
What?
Wow. Because someone wanted to own the world's longest rabbit?
That's the assumption. Although apparently the UK is going through a rise in pet thefts.
Time's almost up.
That's
Hurry.
very interesting.
An unsettling way.
That's still someone's pets, especially if
Yeah.
they're the longest bunny.
The longest
Let's
bunny.
begin.
Anybody, don't steal any bunny.
No, you shouldn't steal anyone's pets.
Bunny.
First
Yeah,
of all,
the most average bunny, don't steal
an
it.
unlikely candidate for Pantone's Color of the Year.
I mean, if anyone were to steal one of our pets, I'm pretty sure they'd bring them back.
Let's vote.
Oops!
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
they're the same thing.
Oh, they're so good.
I'm just gonna tap blindly on this one.
Yeah. This is when I just kind of hit both and
These are both pretty great.
yeah.
Throw the phone down. And
I just
whatever
pressed my
gets picked.
thumb over both.
Yeah.
Just press them both real fast. And...
Oh, they're both so good.
Mm.
Thank you, Banana!
Oh, yeah.
Let's see the next one. If
Very
they
good.
did this,
Fuck
they
the
would
world.
instantly
Yeah,
win
well.
my vote.
Well, we live in it, so not.
Mm.
Time to pick the one you like best.
Ooh.
They're both pretty great, but
Mm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Loons. No, that's Squiffy. Squiffy. Let me Squiffy. These are great.
And next, what usually stops boomerangs from returning? Okay, choose your favorite.
that's some good shit.
Oh, it's so much better than I could have hoped.
Oh, those are. Yes, I like it.
Tupelo is all about
So
being
much-
so much better than you hope.
So much better than I could have hoped. Someone write
Yeah.
that down.
Yeah.
Ah.
Well done.
It's real good.
Of name of a new TikTok
Oh,
dance
boy.
the kids are wild about.
The talk ticks.
The tactics.
I rock. Oh.
Decisions. Choose your favorite.
Oh.
Oh man.
But callback.
The Dot Tick Rock. I like poker with my cat.
Oh, Daniel put it in Discord.
Next,
Nice.
what's behind the locked
It's
door
one of
the
his
real
many
estate
screens
agent
he's looking at
refuses
right now.
to show you?
I
All right, choose your favorite.
love it.
I mean, I would definitely buy the Narnia house.
Yeah.
Do you
For
know how
sure.
much truffles are worth? If there are truffles behind that door, I'm buying the truffle house.
Oh, that's a
Oh, that's a good point. But I think if there were truffles, the real estate agent would show you the truffle room. That'd be like a selling point.
Let's see how they handle.
We have so many truffles, we have a whole room for them.
Resist
Buffy!
blank.
Unless they want all the truffles for themselves, I suppose.
Okay, choose your
It's the
favorite.
same thing, right?
I know which one of these I wrote, and I would vote for the other one.
I know what you wrote too.
No one can resist it. Although I can't resist cheese.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next?
There's
Best perk
a
of
thing from
being
a
adult.
screenshot of text from a book on witchcraft, and one is how to
Oh,
win the
yeah.
heart of a lover. It's you may fascinate a woman with a piece of cheese.
Indeed. It would work on me.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, same.
Nice.
Wow, I really like this.
I like these as well.
Oh, that's too many moms.
Yeah, but moms are the best.
Yeah, moms are great.
Depends on the mom.
I don't. Not everybody has that relationship with them.
But if you have 27, one of them's bound to be good.
Yeah, but one is also bound to be real shitty.
That's true.
And next is
So,
Maybe like 15 is the optimal number.
into
What's the
high
ratio of
fashion.
like good moms to shitty moms? Because maybe 27 is like. Okay.
And now pick your favorite.
My cabbage shirt.
My mother died like 20 years ago. I could have used a few backups.
Yeah, you'd have like a backup spare mom.
unless you're murdering them, and then you just would kill them all off.
Oh shit!
So you say.
If you had 27 moms, you wouldn't know their names. Because I know you.
You would
I
probably,
barely know both of your names.
Yeah, I know. I think
Prepare
27
yourself for
you probably know at least like 3 or 4 of their names.
holds barred with a
Or you just call them all mom, and you don't need.
I guess that's true.
You know, most of them would be named
3
Jennifer. So
separate
Yeah.
responses.
There's a lot
Okay,
of
player
Jennifers.
2 looks a little freak, but
Jen-
you'll
there's a
do
lot
great.
of Jennifers.
Who's
out there.
Jennifer?
There's a lot of
My
Jennifers.
God.
Who's that? Fuck.
Apparently Jennifer's joined cults.
It's an interesting final prompt.
Hmm. Ooh.
Oh, I can't spell.
Sounds good, man.
Just a few seconds left.
We're going late tonight, but I'm on board. Are we going late? I don't know how time works. I'm sorry, you're still typing.
5 seconds. Hurry.
2, 1.
Yo.
Those thrips.
What? Why are you mad at me?
I'm not.
3 things that are better when they're fast.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
The one you like best.
Ooh.
That was an easy one.
Why are you all looking at me? I'm here tonight. I'll be right back.
I definitely agree that death is better when it's fast.
Mm.
They don't want it drawn out.
Death being fast is like the perfect. Yeah. Yeah, I want a fast death.
Yeah.
I want to be vaporized in a space shuttle accident.
Yeah.
Vaporized instantly is the way to go, I think.
Please.
Right?
But I like the idea of color fast clothes.
Yes. Duller fast does. Who even knows?
Let's get to know each
I like the rhyme.
Oh, it rhymes.
Hey.
No, but you won.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
I have to go get a snack real quick. 'Cause that was
the one you like best.
Decisions. Good guess. I think we have good guesses. Yeah, so we have a lot in common.
3 signs you're becoming boring.
Oh, dag!
Favorite quip.
Yeah. Wait, is Quarantinapalooza like the same show every Saturday?
Oh no, it's very different. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess you must be boring if you have to fake pets.
Well, do they mean like fake pets like a pet rock? Or.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
The only
Lie
things
about
you
having
really
pets.
need to
Like
become
lie
a
about
lawyer
having
are
pets,
blood
which I suppose could be pretty
and
interesting depending on how deep you're willing to commit to the lie.
Right? I was going to say, like, I think having fake pets is actually really interesting.
It's interesting very fast.
Choose your favorite.
Oh, wow. Ooh. I don't know.
These are really good.
One of these is mine. I'd probably vote for the other one though. So.
Oh, thank you.
Our lawyers get such a bad rap.
Not really.
So the fact that I've been told I should be a lawyer, that
By whom?
Oh, wow. Audience.
oh, in high school everyone thought I should
Can't
become a
believe we
lawyer.
made it. Let's see
Well,
the
we've
final
guessed.
scores.
Nice.
There's nice lawyers.
Yeah, that's
I
Yeah.
don't know that that's true.
Your friend who's a lawyer is a tax.
Huzzah!
We have a nice
First of all,
lawyer
Bim
friend.
isn't particularly nice. Second of all, he is a tax lawyer, so
Oh,
like he
I
never
thought he
ends up
was
in
nice.
court. My DM is a prosecutor, which is sort of like a lawyer.
Oh, does that?
But he assures us he's one of the good ones.
Yeah.
Like,
because you both play the same game.
yeah,
Yeah.
like a nice prosecutor.
Did you show?
She's seen the shirt before.
Oh.
I have seen the
Hey,
shirt
Sarah?
before.
Because
It is
someone else in our
wonderful.
campaign
Fireball.
put it in our Discord, and I bought it. Yeah.
It is pretty great.
Yeah.
I have no idea what it's about.
It's just Fireball, man.
What does that mean?
It's a real.
Don't write yourself off yet. It's only in your head you feel left out or put down on. Just try your best to everything you can. And don't you worry what they tell themselves when you're away. It just takes time. They don't know you're in the middle of the ride. Everything will be just fine. Everything will be alright. Hey, you know there
fine. Everything will be alright, alright. It just takes some time, little girl, you're in the middle of the ride. Everything will be just fine. Everything will be alright. Yeah! Shoo! Oh, they high five too.
Oh, kitten. Oh,
There you go.
seeing
There we
your
go.
there. Oh, Mr. Oscar has found a nipple in the blanket.
Mhm.
Like for real, he found a nipple in the blanket.
It's very strange. There was just a random nipple in the blanket.
In the blanket.
Nipple!
Look at the nipple in the blanket. Watch out. All right. Natalie said goodnight and Stefani said goodnight. And they all are gonna send you hugs in the morning.
Great.
But we got one more game, everybody. So sign on if you're in the screen doing a thing and stop. There we go. Thanks for everybody hanging out this evening.
Yeah. Hello, friends.
Hello. Who's here? Great Kim Smith song. Yes, it was. Oh yeah, you did. Jenna played in the middle.
Right on.
Right on. Yeah. It was good.
Yeah.
I think that's us.
Yeah, that's us.
Here we are. All right. There's a lot of very prairie cats on this couch right now.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. He's very happy right now.
We're just gonna sit here quietly and awkwardly until the game. I went to the zoo today. I can't sit quietly. I just start like I don't want to sit with my thoughts for more than a second.
Who does?
Dr. Sloth is actually a moth playing this game.
I hope so.
Yeah.
It's like, let's see, I'm a moth. What should my name be? Doctor, that's a serious human thing, and but I don't want to give away who I am, so Sloth. Moth.
Hi, Valerie.
Valerie.
We on? Sure. Okay.
Let's go with
Welcome to What the Dub. The rules are simple. Each round, a video will play with missing dialogue. Each player enters their wittiest replacement dub. Players watch the dubs and vote on the best one. The player with the highest score at the end of the game wins. It's just that easy. Round one.
Fight.
There is something strange in the air. Don't you feel it?
Give it your best shot and enter your dub.
Someone's sneezing over there.
There is something strange in the air. Don't you feel it?
The bee pollen is really sexy smelling.
There is something strange in the air. Don't you feel it?
Oh, it's farts. So many farts. You should get that checked out. Where is your fucking shirt?
There is something strange in the air. Don't you feel it?
It's like if a fart had hands and could gripe you.
What?
There is
Oh my
something
God.
strange in the air. Don't you feel it?
It's the leftover spirits of Michael's sperm.
Oh no.
There is something strange in the air. Don't you feel it?
Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand. Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize your neighborhood.
There is something strange in the air. Don't you feel it?
It's Rissy looking for a seat.
Round's over. Let's vote.
Oh man.
Oh, it's so good.
So good. Oh my god.
You're a certified
Yeah.
twin
Yeah.
vote.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Rissy.
Well done. Yeah.
Thank you.
Round 2.
Of what do you speak? From where have you learned such things?
Show him you're not just a pretty face. Enter your dub.
Yeah.
Of what do you speak? From where have you learned such things?
From these nuts. Get it? It sounds like I'm saying these nuts, but I'm actually saying something different.
Of what do you speak? From where have you learned such things?
Well, when a mommy really loves a daddy, they give each other a special hug. And that's where I came from.
Of what do you speak? From where have you learned such things?
I learned it from you, Dad. I learned it from you.
Of what do you speak? From where have you learned such things?
I learned from watching you. Also YouTube.
Of what do you
There's a lot of
speak?
dare references
From
today.
where have you learned such
Yeah.
things?
The Bible says you're a big sack of shit, Jeremy.
Of what do you speak? From where have you learned such things?
Quarantinapalooza 27.
Everyone's a critic, including you. Time to vote.
Oh. Yeah. Well done,
yeah,
pandering.
good,
Well
that's
done.
good.
Like, yeah.
Thank you, Valerie.
This top dog is hip to the
Yeah.
jive.
Yeah.
Look at him go.
Thank you, Amanda.
I don't know why, but that one tickled me.
Yeah,
so.
I like that one.
Quiet on set.
Yes, I
Another
highly
round is
recommend
coming
everyone
up.
check out Quarantinapalooza 27.
Derek. Oh,
Which
you
one is
haven't
that?
met him yet, have you?
Time to let your ambitions soar. Enter your dub.
your plants again. Really? Do you think it's a good idea to leave plants there?
On the floor.
Plants there on the floor.
Who did it? Because they're grounded.
Time's running out.
Derek? Who's Derek? Oh, you haven't met him yet, have you?
He looks like Sklaine but talks like Daniel and has Tissue's sense of humor.
Derek? Who's Derek? Oh, you haven't met him yet, have you?
He's the guy the first get all my acid from. Real stand-up guy. He loaned me his canoe once.
Derek? Who's Derek? Oh, you haven't met him yet, have you?
He enjoys mittens and lattes.
Derek? Who's Derek? Oh, you haven't met him yet, have you?
He comes to me in the night, tells me to burn things. Or maybe I'm just having another stroke. Ha ha ha.
Derek? Who's Derek? Oh, you haven't met him yet, have you?
He's the man your mother left us for. A real shack of shit, but you do look like him around the eyes.
Derek? Who's Derek? Oh, you haven't met him yet, have you?
He wants to know if you have accepted Jesus into your life. Well, have you?
Vote now, or forever hold your peace.
Why did I hit my... Okay, I'm gonna unpeel the cat from my... Yeah. Why?
They're on the floor.
Get the cat. How do you knock that over?
It's on the floor.
We're not gonna have green onions this year.
You're almost out of time.
Growing green onions for everyone.
That was a big pot to knock over.
Slick here lands a big tickle and clinches the round. Round 4.
One more question, Baron. You think I'm mad, don't you?
No time to waste. Enter your dub now. You're almost out of time.
One more question, Baron.
Why did you have to create Rissizilla? She will destroy the world.
You think I'm mad, don't you? One more question, Baron.
Can I please have my toothbrush back? My teeth are getting that film on them.
You think I'm mad, don't you? One more question, Baron.
Who stole my dangly bits and my left shoulder?
Love that attention to detail.
You think I'm mad, don't
Isn't
you?
it his right shoulder?
One more question,
That's his
Baron.
right shoulder.
What the fuck are
Wow,
you doing in my
seriously.
opulent bathroom?
You think I'm mad, don't you? One more question, Baron.
Did you put my bra in the dryer?
You think I'm mad, don't you? One more question, Baron.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
No.
You think I'm mad, don't you?
Time to place your vote, folks.
That second scene just takes too long.
Yeah.
So do you think in that movie everyone's missing the dangly bits from the shoulder, or is that like a note of rank or something like that?
Yeah.
Just vote already!
I don't have time to Google that right now, but...
You flipped the script on that one. Great work.
It was good.
Grab your martini glass. Next up is the final round.
Whoa.
What are you waiting for? Enter your dub. Hurry up.
Fresh. 3, 2.
What's worrying you, John? That this plastic jumpsuit will kill all my sperm. What's worrying you, John? I know your thighs are chafed and my expectations for a ride are limited. What's worrying you, John? My tummy still feels weird after I ate that green space egg with the spiky bits. It's probably nothing. What's worrying you, John? The chafing. There's so much chafing. What's worrying you, John? I missed Puma and Duncan at Club Smooth. There was the best gay couple of cats.
Oh.
What's worrying you, John? I just don't know where my sperm go now I've had a vasectomy.
Vote for your favorite dub.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. You 23 people who are still watching are the best 23
Gems.
people. Gems. You're gems.
A lot of you.
Here's to you.
I missed Duncan.
I do.
Things haven't been as long since Duncan died.
No.
Hurry up.
First of all, I sleep better.
Yeah.
With
I
him
don't.
not cramming himself between us. And, like,
I think I slept better when he did. It's like at least he kept meters.
yeah.
One word. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well done.
And the winner is...
Chrissy!
Well,
Oh shit.
You're as fit as a butcher's dog, kid. Way to go.
So happy about that.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. Thank you everybody for tuning in this evening.
Oh yeah.
Quarantinapalooza 58.
Well, I'd call this one a success. Let's give it up for the winner.
Not gonna happen.
Hold on, there's
Oh, I'm the
Craig
Craig
Deggs.
Deggs.
you're the sexy lunch lady.
Yes. I'll take that wherever that leads me. Sure, yes. What were you saying? Something about your plants? You gotta go take care
I
of your
don't
plants?
even understand why they tipped over my seed starts over there.
I don't know. All right. We will see you all next week. We will be here with Michael Thomas Ford, young adult author. young adult author. And also, what's the musical guest? Sam Mulligan will be here as well. And we will be on our second shot of vaccinations.
So they're going to be passed out on the couch and I'll be like, hello, I'm just running this show. It's just Daniel and me running the show.
Yeah. If you haven't already, please follow and support Dr. Natalie Lemanski. I know her thing was on Twitter, and also Sunday Comes Afterwards. And thank you especially to Damsels of Dorkington. Thank you, Rissy. Thank you, Mananda, for joining us for Guides. And
thank you, Daniel.
Welcome.
Yes, big,
keeping this shit show on the rails.
Absolutely. And giant handful of emojis, like the good ones, to Daniel. Everybody put your emojis together for Daniel. Thank you, everybody. Wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
We'll see you all next week. Bye. Wow, he like made it splooge rain from the smoosh. Did you see that? It was amazing.
No, I did not.
You went, yeah. Thank you, Daniel.
Hands, man.
Hang on one
Why?
sec.
Who did it? It was one of your cats, wasn't it?
I think it's your own fault for putting them on the floor.
I think you should have leave plants on the floor, man. It's fair.
Hi, Rissy. How you doing?
I'm all right. Just, of course, I thought you guys were talking so it was safe to wipe the beer.